5:45. But even if you guys aren't talking till then, I mean, it's not gonna matter. It'll show up. Yeah.
When you're on, you're here. Oh, that's on.
When we are on, it's going to be going green like this.
Yeah, I got that.
And live read is there. Am I correct?
And with the playing of the national anthem, welcome aboard, everybody, to the streaming cast tonight of Putnam City North basketball as the 6A defending state champions in 6A girls basketball. The Panthers of Putnam City North will host Bartlesville in a District 3 game in Oklahoma. I'm John Brooks. With me, my longtime partner, Putnam City District Athletic Director, Dick Balancefin. First question, Dick. Bartlesville has not played a game since December 19th. Putnam City North has been all over the country. They've been to the Tarkanian Classic, an absolutely classic event, playing 4 games in Las Vegas before Christmas. They've been to Dallas since for a couple of games. The difference with a team playing like this and another team that's off of that kind of a playoff.
Oh, it's a tremendous advantage for Putnam City North. The rust, you'll be able to cut the rust off the Bartlesville kids' backs. I mean, I just, being a longtime player and coach, John, you know how difficult that is. You played basketball. That's, for you and I both, it was a day ago, but the bottom line is the more
mine was
play,
a decade ago. I mean, a lifetime ago. We go ahead.
But anyway, I just think it's difficult to do that. You even see it in another sport. They're talking about it in college football, that the teams that got the byes in the college football playoff, they didn't fare so well. So a lot of people like to continue to play. And these Lady Panthers, I was fortunate to get to go to Vegas with them, John, and they played well out there. They dominated 3 teams, lost to the home team, but they played really well. I'm very proud of them. And they did the same thing in Dallas. They basically won that Dallas inner city tournament.
Yeah.
And I got to see a couple of those games on YouTube, and they beat some good players.
But with all that said, they had to go double overtime on Saturday afternoon and a shocker at Muskogee, and it took a 3-point shot at the buzzer in overtime by Kiki Gray for a 58-55 win.
That's right. Get tired after a while,
Yeah,
John.
it does.
I think they played 9 games in about 16 days or something like that.
Yeah. All right, very quickly, here are the starting lineups for Bartlesville, coached by Justin Shaw, a record of 5-3, 1-3 in District 3. They'll have a senior Emma Zimmerman at one of the guard spots. Sammy Schaefer. Now, this is a young lady. She's a junior, but she's already a D1 recruit. She's already committed to Central Arkansas. Kinsey Denny, a 5'10 senior. Addison Jones, a 5'4 sophomore. And a 5'6 senior, Cadence Gray. That's the starting lineup for Bartlesville. For the Putnam City North girls, Kiki Gray, who hit that game winner at the buzzer on Saturday in double overtime against Muskogee, averaging 10 points a game.
Hey, guys.
And Kiki, at 5'5", the only person in Putnam City District history so far to win a state championship at 2 different schools, Putnam City West 2 years ago, and last year Putnam City North. Jayla Constant, who was on that West team, a senior. Danae Jefferson, who was on that West team. Both of them back now together, all 3 of them here at Putnam City North. Paige Williams, 5'7 senior, and Michaela Moore, 6'1 senior. They complete the starting lineup. And we are at center court, and the jump will be between Sammy Schaefer and Michaela Moore, and the tip goes to North, and they'll go offensively right off of the opening tip, and Kiki Gray will set it up. Over to Micaiah, comes back out front to Jayla Constant, who has been constantly good in that lineup so far. Here's Danae Jefferson, guarded out front now, lays it off, down the right side, a little punch back by Williams. Her jumper on the way, no good by Moore, and the ball goes out of bounds off to our right at the east end of this court that runs east-west at Putnam City North. And as expected, full court pressure, because that's the way Logan Martin has her Putnam City North Panthers playing all the time. Bartlesville breaks it. Out front is Schaefer. Drives to the right side, loses the dribble. Looks for help, gets it on a bounce pass, loose ball, picked up. Back the other way, all the way down to the hoop, lay it up, and it's up and in. And Danae Jefferson on the board with the first 2 points of the night on the turnover. And it's a 2-zip lead. We're 1 minute in to the opening quarter. Pressure again broken up, and here's Jefferson back the other way. Sends it over to Constant, got a 3-pointer on the way. Give it to her. Jalen Constant, 33% from 3-point range. Nails this one, and a quick timeout called.
Bartlesville's had 2 trips up the court, John. resulting in 2 turnovers, 2 steals by Danae Jefferson, turned right into 5 points for the Lady Panthers. Looks like the defense is starting to cook.
Head coach for Bartlesville is Justin Shaw. On the road, Bartlesville 0-2. They are 2-1 at home, and on a neutral court, 3-0. They won the Carthage shootout very early in the season. And this is what's amazing, they're 13-1, the Panthers. This is their second home game.
Second home game.
I mean, the most traveled team definitely in Oklahoma right now.
I think boys or girls. I don't think there's any doubt about it.
No, without question.
Played 3 out-of-state tournaments. It's Coach Martin trying to give her team as many challenges as possible. Here's the diamond trap.
And the steal, and right back goes Constant on a bad pass. That's 3 turnovers for Bartlesville early, and an early Putnam City North lead at 7-zip. Pressure's broken this time. Pass underneath, shot off the glass, up and in. Addison Jones averaging 6 points a game, gets the bucket. Ball hustled down to Kiki Gray. Jefferson out front with it. Let's make that Paige Williams back out to Kiki Gray, and they'll set it up against what looks to be a 2-3 zone.
2-3 zone is correct, John. Bartlesville's trying to 2-3, and they're going to see a lot of zones, I think. I don't think you played these Lady Panthers man-to-man.
Gray and Jefferson. Jefferson inside from Paige Williams. Sends it far side. Constant almost lost it. Gives it back with some help. Dump in, pass stolen. Back the other way, off the steal for Bartlesville comes Sammy Schaefer. Takes it all the way in, lays it up, throws it up, bounces off the back of the rim, won't go. Schaefer, the best player on this Bartlesville team, already as a junior, committed to Central Arkansas Division I play. Here's Gray down the lane. There'll be a foul.
Foul on Jefferson. It's a good drive by Kiki. Got the shot up. Going to go to the free throw line where she's usually pretty effective.
I missed who the foul was.
It was number
What's
the
the
big
five?
15.
15.
Gray hits it.
Schaefer on the personal foul. All right, the free throw good
Free
by
throw
Kiki.
good. Yep.
.5:38 to play, 2:22 into the opening quarter here at Putnam City North. And Kiki, just like she shoots threes, sends that high archer up and in through the net, lead 9-2. Trapped in the backcourt, tied up. Let's see what the call is.
Foul on Paige.
Paige Williams on the foul on that double team. Ball deflected out of bounds by Constant. Bartlesville will keep possession. Emma Zimmerman, senior guard, will inbound. Breaking up to take the pass. Near side, Addison Jones. Shot from the left wing. No good. Tipped underneath. Fight for the rebound. Loose ball on the floor. And we are going to get a timeout called by Justin Shaw. Shaw, the coach of Bartlesville, helped his team out that time. I think the possession arrow was going to go the other way. He was in there in order to make the call.
Coach made a good call here from Bartlesville. He did a good job, and they was getting ready to have a tie-up. That was good work on his part.
One of 3 presenting sponsors of PC North girls and boys basketball streaming this season is a new friend of the PC District, an outstanding fun restaurant and club located on Check Hall Road, just off I-40 in London. Check it out. It's Pub W. All right, time back in. North with an early 9-2 lead over Bartlesville. Again, if you joined us late, Bartlesville has not played a game since December 19th. Putnam City North's been all over the country. Here's Schaefer on the drive, guarded tightly by Jefferson. Bounces it back near side to the baseline. Return pass to Schaefer. Recovers it, throws up a left-hander. It spins out, no good. And it's
11. Foul on number 11.
Micaiah Moore came up with a rebound. She was fouled by Cadence Gray. Second foul against Bartlesville. 3 minutes deep into the first quarter. Putnam City North jumping out to a 9-2 lead. Gray and Paige Williams. Williams down the lane, pulls up with a fall away. Won't go. Loose on the floor at the baseline. Rebounded on the far side. Schaefer getting that pass from Cadence Gray. Into the offensive court, far side. Underneath, shot up and in. No good. That attempt by Emma Zimmerman. Jefferson brings down the rebound and then gets sloppy and has it taken away. And a quick pass back to Schaefer. Goes to the hoop, lays it up, got a bounce. Schaefer gets her first basket. Leading scorer, averaging 21.3 points a game, has been the Bartlesville offense, and a turnover at the opposite end.
She scored another bucket, John. You didn't catch that. It's 6.
Schaefer got it.
Number 15 scored twice for him.
Yeah.
She stole the pass and scored again, John. She's got 4 points. You got it. Good job.
Micaiah Moore checks out of the lineup for Putnam City North and in for her first appearance tonight. Normally the first player off the bench for Logan's team, Talia Kutswati. Senior averaging 6 points a game, was on that state championship team last year. Here's Schaefer on the inbound, reverses it back. Shot from the left side, short. Rebounded, put back up, still loose. And from the far side, we're going to get a call from referee Sean Mitchell.
Fouls on Danae.
Second foul against Putnam City North. Schaefer at the free throw line, puts the first one through. Schaefer at the line, 86%. And just a junior, second one good. She's got 6 of the 8, and suddenly Bartlesville right back in it. 9-8 as Jayla Constant will walk it into the offensive court. 2-3 zone by Bartlesville. Pass deflected. Cross to the far side. Jefferson wants a 3. It's too far off the far side of the rim. Rebounded. Sent down court. Chasing it to the corner for Bartlesville. Getting it back to the far side, and then the pass is stolen back. And here comes Kutswati all the way down. Goes up and got the roll. Kutswati at the line and a chance for the old-fashioned 3.
Great steal on her part. The Lady Panthers, if they force the pace against most teams, they're going to be in great shape.
Gray's second foul. That was Cadence Gray. Shot good by Kutswati. She's got 3. The lead back up to 4 for North. Zimmerman in the backcourt getting across on exchange of pass, then has a deflected ball. It's loose. Picked up. Back up court comes Kutswati. Gets it down to Kayla. Jayla puts it up. Constant can't get it to go. And the rebound pulled out of there by Kinsey Denny. Denny to Schaefer. Nice defensive move that time by Demi Howard, who just checked in. Got the steal. Gets it down court to the far side. Into the lane. Throw up shot. No good by Jefferson. We're going to get a foul call. Emma Zimmerman picks up the foul. That'll be the 4th foul against Bartlesville. You can see a little, we were talking about rust for Bartlesville. They've gotten the rust off fairly decent here early.
They had a real good run from 5 minutes to 4 minutes.
Yeah.
They scored 6 points in a minute time span.
Paige Williams at the line. Hit her first free throw. Gets the second one to go, and they are perfect right now. 5 of 5 at the free throw line with a 6-point lead. 3 minutes to play here in the opening quarter. Schaefer into the forecourt, off the pass, gives it far side. Zimmerman throws up a wild shot, gets it right back at her own rebound and put it back up and in. Emma Zimmerman with her first 2 points for Bartlesville. And the Panther lead back down to 4. Constant looks over to Logan Martin on the bench now. Sets it up against the 2-3 zone. They played the entire time. Pass in the middle. Kiki Gray's going to get one far side. Give it to her. She can bury him. She did it right then.
She's been hot lately, John. She's finding her groove coming off that knee injury from last year.
Zimmerman to start the offense. Out front to Denny. Pass cross court.
Rashia Miller made a great defensive play. She slapped that ball, and the Bartlesville girl couldn't control it going out of bounds. Really nice play by the junior.
So Rashia just checked in, and for Putnam North right now, Constant, Rashia Miller, Kutswati, Janae Jefferson, and Kiki Gray. And the two defenders up front. Are they going to a man?
Yes, they have.
All right, they've switched to man-to-man. Bartlesville has. Against it, Constant goes free throw line, puts it in the far corner. Back out it comes to Constant. She'll cross it to Kiki. Passes up the shot. Two passes, gets it to Constant. A long-range three on the way off the front of the rim. And the smallest player on the court, Addison Jones, picked up the rebound. Gets some help in the backcourt now from Zimmerman. She gets it across to Schaefer. Schaefer in the offensive court, guarded by Janae Jefferson. Pass down underneath into the lineup. First time for Bartlesville, and going to the hoop and getting fouled on the play is the 6-foot sophomore Shayla Isham, averaging 5.5 points a game.
That was a miss. I don't think Gray fouled her at all.
The foul on the play was, free throw is up and in for Isham, which is good for her because she's only been a 38% shooter. Who was the foul on again?
Kiki.
Kiki, yeah.
And that guy could see the foul was called seeing through the body. Over the line.
Lane violation.
It's over.
Now the head of the officiating crew, Gary Kilburn's going to talk it over with Johnny Danner to decide what the call is going to be. Isham missed the shot, did a good job of coming down and getting her own rebound.
I don't understand this call. The girl was over the foul line. He called violation, and he's saying it's. He's not the best referee in the world.
We just got it from Matt Tyson, the public address announcer. They overturned the call. She got the basket off her own rebound. She gets a free throw and a basket out of it. 17-12. Kaswati underneath on a Jefferson pass is going to go to the line. So out of all that, Isham got a free throw, a missed free throw, and another bucket. And she's got half of the 12 points for Bartlesville.
I didn't understand that call. I probably won't understand it tomorrow either.
Well, you've been around long enough. Explain why.
As far as I'm concerned, the girl that shot the free throw ran across the line before the ball hit the rim, and it should have been a violation. That's my opinion of what I saw. 1 out of 2 for Talia.
Yeah, and that is now 6th and 7th the line. Constant in the backcourt. Going to be, you can't steal it with your foot.
Right.
18-12, 1:13 to play. Opening quarter.
Good. Here you go, four drive.
Schaefer out front. Guarded by Micaiah Moore, who's checked back in. In the corner, deep three on the way. Won't go, rebounded. Pass up court quickly. Rashia Miller, 1-on-3, goes around 2 of them, can't get it. Follow! What a great play by Janae Jefferson to put up the follow. And the lead back up to 8 with less than a minute to go here in the opening quarter. We're going to get a foul on the far side, and that one's going to be against Rashia Miller. And for Putnam City, is that just 4? Yeah, 4th foul. Bartlesville with 5 as Putnam City in the 2-shot free throw bonus if they were to foul again before the end of the quarter. Constant guarding, pass underneath, picked back up by Zimmerman. She's in the lane, turns, puts it up, got a roll, and the ball bounces home. She's got 4 points. Rachia Miller with a quick pass, gives it out front to Moore, goes in the lane, loses it, recovers it, throws up a wild shot, won't go. Rebound, Demi Howard's checked in, and she goes to the scoreboard immediately with a left-handed layup. Final 8 seconds, long pass, underneath, ball thrown away on the far side, will go out of bounds. 3 seconds to go here in the opening quarter. We welcome you to our streaming cast. Ball's inbounded and across the line to throw up a shot at the buzzer. Off the back of the rim was Shayla Constant. One of our 3 presenting sponsors of Putnam City North girls and boys basketball this season is longtime friend of the Putnam City School District, Professional Recyclers of Oklahoma City. Owner Dwayne Alexander began working with the district a dozen years ago. His company has paid to the district over $100,000 for donations made to clothing and shoe bins at a number of Putnam City District schools. In addition, they have sponsored major events at every school and radio broadcasts. They serve the American vets and have 4 community thrift stores in the metro, providing great clothing deals for those needing the best possible prices. Remember, when you see that green bin, when you see that green bin, you are looking at the spot to help others in Putnam City.
Yes, we have a lot of great sponsors, John. We're glad for them. We appreciate them all. The ones you've named already tonight are outstanding. We also have CRG, we have Sonic, we have Raising Cane's, and I will read a list at the end of the next quarter of all the sponsors we have, so we're so very thankful for all the different sponsors. 22-15 is the correct score.
Into the first quarter, 5 points for Kiki Gray, 3 for Jayla Constant, 4 for Danae Jefferson, 2 for Paige Williams. Makai Moore did not score. Talia Kiswati off the bench has 4, and Demi Howard has 2.
Correct.
On the other side for Bartlesville, Emma Zimmerman with 4, 6 points from their top players. Sammy Schaefer, who averages 21, she has 6, 2 points for Addison Jones, and 5 points off the bench in a matter of less than a minute was Shayla Isham. All right, to begin the second quarter, a shot from the corner by Schaefer, no good. Rebounded into the forecourt, Miller to set it up. Lays it off to Paige Williams. He drives the lane, can't get it, got her own miss back, throws it back out front, nice save in the lane, pull up. Shot on the way, Kiki Gray won't get it. Rebounded, offensively put back up by Jayla Constant. Kinsey Denny under trouble, was triple teamed. Gets the turnover, down court all the way. It looked like the NBA right there on that. It looked like a walk to me.
Euro step. That's what they call the Euro step. And
Yeah,
my buddies, my old timers, they call it walking.
Yeah, all of us call it walking. Back in the lineup comes Shayla Isham. Checking out is Zimmerman. I'm sorry, Zimmerman's still in. Now out comes Cadence Gray. North will inbound at the west end of the layout here at Putnam City North, and Kiki Gray wants a quick 3 on the way. Can't get it, it's short, but a save underneath. Fight for the ball, and down on the floor goes Isham, along with Danae Jefferson.
Jump ball, they got a jump ball. It'll be Panther ball on the jump. That was a good effort by Danae.
Constant will handle the inbound. Williams moves back out front. The ball comes in on 2 passes. Back out front, near side. Kiki thought about it, passed it up, sends it back up, gets it back. There's a three from in front of the Bartlesville bench. Shot no good. Ball is loose. Saved by Isham. She gets it off. A pass tipped away. Isham fighting for it. Over to get it. Casa made a great play. Get it back to Gray. Keegan will slow it down now. Shovels it back to Constant, who sets the offense. Almost every trip down. Minute and a half into the second quarter. 9-point lead. Panthers. Keegan bounce pass to the far side to Miller. Back out front to Jefferson on a weave and roll into the corner. Now to the hoop goes Miller, lays it up, got it.
That was really great patience by the Lady Panthers there. They passed up a couple of shots, and then Rashaya got an easy one.
Trapped in front of us, Addison Jones throws the ball far side, threw it away.
I have them for 6 turnovers, John.
Denny, Schaefer, Zimmerman, Jones, and Isham, the 5 on the floor for Bartlesville. 2 minutes into the second quarter. Leads into double digits now at 11, 26-15 for the Panthers. Miller has just scored, sends it. Kiki's got time, that high arching three, got it! That's her second of the night. We're gonna get a technical foul, and I think it's gonna be against Kiki, I think.
There's no 2-2.
Well, there's a 2-2 for Bartlesville. Only, so Danae Jefferson gets the technical. Danae Jefferson gets the technical.
I guess.
Looking at Logan, she's got a look on her face like, tell me how you came up with that. You're not happy about it.
I can't figure this out. She's asking him. She's asking the referee what happened.
And he's giving the offsides. Well, they've talked about it, and we're going to get basketball back.
I think Logan's still shaking her head about it. I couldn't figure it out as it happened live either.
29-17, Steele. Ball given right back on the turnover. Schaefer gets it, tightly guarded, double teamed in the corner, drives baseline, tried to lay it back, gets it. 2 passes far side, 3-pointer on the way, nothing but an air ball from Addison Jones. And back off the rebound, Kiki Gray on a great pass by Rashaya Miller. Gets the layup. Gray's got 5. That's enough for Justin Shaw, the Bartlesville coach. He'll call a timeout as the lead is expanded to 14 for the Panthers.
They're playing pretty strong, lots of turnovers. I have Bartlesville now at 7 turnovers so far early in the second period. I think the pressure's a big deal.
Putnam City Athletic Department would like to thank the following community partners: Mercy Hospital, Southern Nazarene, Francis Tuttle Tech Center, Sonic, Marcus Pizza, Raising Cane's, OMRF, the White Buffalo Coffee Bar, Professional Recyclers, Cart Crew Barbecue, Video Realty, BSN Sports, Jim Norton Toyota, Cavender Ford, Mobots of Oklahoma City, Swiss Cleaners, Pub W, and Johnny's Charcoal Broiler.
We really appreciate the community partners. They do a great job helping us, and you have a couple of extra reads, John, that were just outstanding. Really appreciate it. We can't say enough for the community partners. They help make this special. They help make our fall football shows. They just do a great job all the way around, John.
It was 22-15 at the end of the first quarter. It is a 9-2 run here early in the second quarter for Putnam City North. And that's in the first 2 minutes and 39 seconds. These teams, too, have one common opponent so far. The last game that Bartlesville played, they were 72-57 winners over Edmond Santa Fe. Putnam City blistered Edmond Santa Fe 87-29 earlier in the season, back in early December. Backcourt pressure broken. Lob pass down court to the baseline. Off of it, a drive, shot no good. Schaefer off the rebound, spins it far side, can't get it. Hustling into the corner is Micaiah Moore, and she'll come out with it. Throws it ahead on a pass to Paige Williams. She'll put it in the corner. Kiki's got time for another three. Halfway down, it's spun out, no good. And here's Schaefer into the offensive court. Sends it far side to Zimmerman. Bounces it back. Cross-court pass. Back out to Schaefer behind the back dribble. Double team, has the ball taken away. Going to be a jump ball. And possession will stay with Bartlesville.
Right.
Yeah.
That pressure's causing a lot of problems. You don't get many easy shots against the Panthers.
Ball inbounded to Gray for Bartlesville. Cadence lobs it in. In close, shot wide by Isham, knocked away. And Kiki Gray into the forecourt, takes it halfway down. Back out, here's a long three by Constance, she buried it. She's got 2 3-pointers, Kiki Gray has 2. Jayla 33% on the year from 3-point range, didn't look like it on that one. All the way to the hoop, lay it up, shot no good. Defense fell apart for the Panthers. Offensive rebound for Bartlesville. Back to Sammy Schaefer, she'll send it on. She gets her first bucket of the second quarter. 3:45 to go to halftime. 14-point lead for the Lady Panthers. Rachaya Miller. Bartlesville back in the zone now.
Yes, they're back in a 2-1-2 or 2-3 zone.
Constance going to try another three. Got it again. Boy, she gets hot. She can get hot.
She can fill it up. That's 3 on the night for her.
Emma Zimmerman trapped in the backcourt now. 2 passes, gets to the left side. Underneath, all alone, left alone, and unable to get position, but she gets the rebound back, and she's going to go to the line as she's fouled on the play. At the free throw line, Bartlesville was perfect, 4 of 4 in the first quarter. Lady Panthers are 2, 4, 6 of 7. But not perfect anymore as Bartlesville Isham misses on her first. Demi Howard is checked into the lineup. And for the first time, Layla Shomo, young 5'8" freshman, is in the lineup now for the Panthers. Isham's second free throws up, missed them both. Then to get the rebound is Moore and Constant in the forecourt, 2 of the starters for the Panthers. Pass underneath to Demi Howard, bounces it across the lane, unable to handle it was Shomo. The idea was perfect. Shomo just couldn't control it.
Great idea.
Yeah.
Demi was thinking ahead, being a team player. Just a little bit too tough a pass for the freshman to handle.
Kinsey Denny in the backcourt, loses the dribble, gets it over to Zimmerman. Crosses the timeline. Now back over to Schaefer deep in the corner. She'll try a three, and she got it. Sammy Schaefer gets her first 3. She's got 11 of the 23 for Bartlesville. Paige Williams, long cross-court pass to Shomo, drives the lane, turns, got it, bounces off the heel, gets it back, throws it up again, still won't go, and the ball loose off of the hands of Demi Howard. Possession will go to Bartlesville. 2 point-blank chances for Layla Shomo, couldn't get it to drop.
Yep, got to work on their hands underneath the bucket. They had an excellent opportunity, just didn't cash it in.
Denzi into the forecourt, and a pass intended for Schaefer. Off of her hand, she lost control of it. 2:08 from the end of the first half. North with a 37-23 lead. After this game, Putnam City North boys and Bartlesville will play. And the North boys off to a sizzling start just like the women. Shot underneath.
Demi
says, gimme. She had a bucket in the first quarter. She got one here. Got 4 points.
That's a strong move to the bucket there, John. I like that.
That was almost a pass into the backcourt right there. Schaefer behind the back dribble. Gives it back to Zimmerman, goes in the lane, puts up a floater, got it to go. Zimmerman with her first 2 points of the quarter, and a long pass up court deflected out of bounds by Kenzie Denny for Bartlesville. 39-25, Panthers, under a minute and a half to go here in the second quarter. Constance played almost all the way. I think she's only off the floor for maybe a couple minutes. Here's a deep three from the far side, and she's on the board. Paige Williams had 2 free throws in the first quarter, her first basket of the night, and the lead's up to 17 as Schaefer, working in the lane, turns, throws it back out behind, and we're going to get a traveling call on the near side against Cadence Gray. So funny, just a little sliver of a side right there. It was a good call.
Right.
But I can think back to some of the others where it was a walk through paradise.
Where
right?
we've been taking 3 steps,
Right.
call it a Euro.
Right. Still 2-3 or a 1-3-1?
No, it's still a 2-1-2, or actually the postman comes up high sometimes, but it's a 2-1-2 principle.
Yeah. 45 seconds to go. Shoma drives in, throws up a shot, went to the floor.
Going to get free throws.
Yeah. Isham with a nice sportsmanship move. Went down, helped pull her up. So she helped her twice. Helped pull her up and put her at the line for 2.
Right. Helped pull her up, helped knock her down, I guess. It was good team play.
Only 4 fouls in the quarter between the 2 teams. And Shomo is on the board with a free throw. First free throw for the Panthers here in the second quarter, and they're 7 of 8, and now they're 8 of 9. And I know you, we've done enough games together. You love that when you hear 8 of 9 at the free throw line.
You know I'm a free throw person. If you make your free throws, you give yourself a great chance to win.
Addison Jones checks back into the Bartlesville lineup. Then he brings it up. 35 seconds to go. Hands it off to Jones, who just checked back in. Now back over into the corner to Schaefer. It comes from Denny. She crosses it back out front to Jones. Addison drives down the lane, left side, trap. Pulls it back up front. Took an extra step. Boy, those are 2 very tight traveling violations based on some of the other things we've seen.
No, it's really tight. See if the Panthers go for one shot here. It's good practice. You're up by 19. You don't want them. And you're getting the ball to start the third quarter. So I say you hold it for the last shot.
Kiki Gray says, no, I'll just take a 3. I'm not listening to you, athletic director. She buries that biggest lead of the night. Denny into the forecourt, throws up a wild shot at the buzzer. It just misses, and we've hit halftime. 47-25. Putnam City North expected to probably have a pretty easy evening. Has proven it in the first 16 minutes. For Bartlesville, at the half, Zimmerman with 6 points. Sammy Schaefer, their leading scorer, right on target for her season average of 21. She's setting at 11. Addison Jones has 4. And Shayla Isham has 5. I think I'm missing 14, 16. Yeah, I'm missing a couple of points here.
Do you have Jones for 2? Addison Jones?
Addison Jones, I had, in this quarter. I had Addison Jones for 4 points. So we're at halftime. Now, we're not going to do a complete halftime show, but we do want to remind you of a couple of things. One of the greatest friends Putnam City North has, and for that matter, the Putnam City School District, is Swiss Cleaners. It's the oldest cleaners in Oklahoma City, founded in the early 1900s. It has been in the Limber family for 7 decades. Owners John and Jim Limber are Putnam City High School grads. But John's wife, Sally, was a Putnam City North legend when she taught there for 31 years as a special ed teacher. The Limber family and the 5 Northside locations of Swiss Cleaners are one of 3 major presenting sponsors of this streaming. Believe me, I've used them exclusively for 45 years. Their professionalism and commitment to making sure every piece of clothing, whether laundry or cleaning, is absolutely perfect. 50th and North Portland, 150th and Northwestern, 36th and North May Avenue, and in the Putnam City North region, Rockwell and Northwest Expressway, and the closest to Pantherland, 122nd and MacArthur.
Swiss Cleaners is absolutely the best cleaners in Oklahoma City. The professionalism, anything you take there, John, they inspect every garment, and if there's a missing button, it's fixed whether you request it or not. I mean, I've shopped a lot of different cleaners in my 60 years in the Oklahoma City area. They are second to none.
Yep, without question. And speaking of that, I actually had a pair of slacks repaired. Thought I was going to have to give them away. And they were repaired so well I can't even find out where the repair job was.
Hey, they're amazing.
Yeah, they really are.
John,
Well,
I also want to thank a new partner, Pub W, out in Yukon off Check Hall Road. They reached out to us over the winter and decided that they wanted to help and be a partner of the Putnam City District, and we're glad to have those guys in Putnam City.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with you in about 6 minutes from now for the start of the second half. At the intermission, Putnam City North 47, Bartlesville 25. This is PC North streaming basketball.
Yes, I'd like to also thank community partners. They do a great job. Thank you.
Welcome back, everybody. John Brooks along with Dick Balancefin, Dr. Dick Balancefin, Athletic Director for the Putnam City School District. All right, at the beginning of the game, we talked about Bartlesville having to get rid of some rust, having not played since December 19th. And for Putnam City North, 9 games in, 16 days, and off a thrilling double overtime win on the road at Muskogee Saturday afternoon. You saw a little bit of that early from both, the rust and a little bit of fatigue. But by the end of the half, it looks like the rust is partially gone for Bartlesville. It looked like the fatigue kind of disappeared finally for Logan Martin's team.
Yes, the Lady Panthers, it helps when you have 9 players. When you have 9 or 10 players that can all play, and I think she's got a couple still on the bench that haven't had an opportunity to get on the floor that are really good players. Kind of probably about what I thought it would be at halftime, 47-25. But I want to give Bartlesville credit. They're playing hard. Coach is coaching hard. You got to give them all the credit as far as that goes.
All right, possession to start the second half will belong to the Lady Panthers. And Paige Williams will inbound to Jayla Constant. Kiki Gray, Kyla Moore, and Danae Jefferson complete the starting lineup. And from the deep left corner, three-pointer on the way. Boy, is she hot. Kiki now has 4 threes, and at 16 points, the leading scorer on the floor. Has up the lead, doubled to 50-25. Here's Schaefer in the offensive court. Double team, bounces it to Denny. Denny gets it on the right side to Zimmerman. Backs it back out on the dribble. Over to Schaefer, guarded by Michaela Moore. She got the assignment on the best player. And Schaefer trying to shove off that time. Got away with it, and Michaela ended up being called for her second foul.
Yes, just got to stay in front of them. I mean, you cannot let a player like her drive. She's a good player. I see why she's already committed to University of Central Arkansas.
Jones sets it up out front. 2 passes, Denny to the far side, cut across the top to Jones, passed up that. Finally gets the ball back over to Denny, puts it on the right side. Here's Jones with it. Gives it back out front. Pass left side. Handled by Denny. Sends it right side into the corner. Schaefer will try a deep 3. Missed everything. Hit the backboard. Easy rebound. Pushing it up court is Jefferson. All the way coast to coast. Takes it in. Give it to her. Danae Jefferson did a little stutter step off the dribble. She gets 2. Biggest lead of the night at 27. 52-25. We're a minute and a half into the third quarter. Back to the baseline. Cross-eye court pass, intercepted by Kiki. Almost threw it away. Constant saves it, hustled it down court. Jefferson on the near side sends it off and to the hoop. And fouled on the play is Danae on that pass cross court from Paige Williams.
Lady Panthers are moving the ball well. Kiki made an excellent defensive play. She's really found her rhythm on both ends of the floor.
Yeah. Addison Jones charged with the foul. 7 of 8 at the line in the first half for the Lady Panthers. They go 8 of 9 now as Jefferson gets a bounce off the rim and gets the free throw.
Danae does a good job at the free throw line. I hope I didn't put the announcer jinx on her, but she's pretty tough.
Second one is just the way you love them. A little bit of a swish on the net. 54-25, and the ball stolen by Paige Williams on the inbound, on a sloppy inbound. And Paige Williams turns and gets the layup. Now under pressure, Schaefer breaks it all the way down. Bounces it near his side. Off the glass, shot up and in. Cadence Gray gets her first 2 points of the game. And a hustled pass up court for Kiki Gray. Now to the hoop goes Moore. Can't get the shot to go. And underneath we got a collision on a sandwich job that time by Kiki and Moore. And Moore's going to get called for the foul.
Moore probably could have shot a jump shot in the lane. She drove that for the layup, and it was crowded, and she missed a shot and got a foul.
Schaefer into the forecourt, guarded, lays it off, near side, deep 3 on the way, missed everything, rebounded, up court quickly, into the forecourt comes Jefferson, pulls it up. Now Paige over on the near side. Constant off her left foot, tried a three-pointer on the way, was short, and the ball bounded out of bounds. That probably was one she might have taken a little pause on.
Yes, she probably could have squared up a little bit better.
Addison Jones steps out, checks out of the lineup, and back in now is Isham for Bartlesville. They break the press. Schaefer's going to try a deep three, and she got it to go. Schaefer has 2 threes, leading scorer with 14 for Bartlesville. Just about half of their total as they trail by 26, 3 minutes deep into the third quarter. Constant walking it in against that packed-in 2-3 zone.
Need to get set up. They're trying to get situated. Need a high post against this zone. Or you throw it to Kiki.
Or Makayla Moore goes in the lane and gives it back out to
Beautiful.
Constant, and a nice little dump-off pass, and Danae puts it home. Jefferson has 6 points here in the third. Denny into the forecourt, back over to Schaefer. She's going to try another deep three. This one is short. It's the bottom of the basket. Never got anything but the bottom of the net. And out of bounds with 4:32 to play.
Everybody's watching the ball down here.
Yeah.
Principal McNeely had to help them.
Panthers have had it doubled on Bartlesville on 2 other occasions here. Late in the first half, early in the third, and they can go back up double here on this trip in with a 28-point lead, 58-30. Paige Williams back out front to Jefferson. Guarded now far side. Still in that zone. Here's a deep three on the way. Buried that time. Jayla Constant. That is her fourth. That's right. She got 4 threes. Kiki's got 4. And the lead 61-30. Schaefer going all the way to the hoop. Going to draw a foul.
Danae.
This one will be against Danae.
Yeah, Danae got her. She's trying to stay away from her, trying to apply some defense.
Danae's had a foul in each quarter. She's at 3 now. Third foul against the Lady Panthers. And Kotswati is getting ready to check in for Danae Jefferson. Free throw skips away, no good for Schaefer. Schaefer 2 of 2 at the line until then.
She's putting.
Actually, Danae stayed in. She checked in for Paige.
Right.
Schaefer's next free throw bounds away, no good. Hit 2 in the first quarter, misses 2 there. And the rebound by Makayla Moore, and she'll bring it up court. Halfway down to the offensive zone, guarded by Denny. Back up to Jaleb. Back over to Makayla. Left-handed dribble into the lane. Tries to force it too much. Misses the shot. Bartlesville comes down with the rebound, and here's Schaefer on an outlet pass with trip threes on the board, 3:33 to play. Into the corner. It goes now, and here's a long three. Hits the back rim. Comes back out, rebounded by Isham. Deep shot out front, and that one's Denny. Kenny Denny, who did not have a point, now has 3 on her first bucket. And Kiki Gray against the pressure, gets it down court. Shot from the left side, no good by Constant. We approach 3 minutes to play here in the third. Bartlesville back into the offensive court. Schaefer driving the lane, tries to put up a shot. It was blocked. Back the other way. Comes Constant off the block. All the way down. Scoops it up. Won't go, but she's going to go to the line. I'm not sure who got that slap on there in the lane. I think it might have been Danae.
Oh, no, that was blocked by Jefferson.
Oh, there you go. That's what I said.
Yeah, Danae. Jefferson, yeah.
Meet the team.
Meet the team.
That foul was against 25. Denny. Constant at the line.
Made the first one.
7 of 8. I've got him 10 of 11. It's what you love. Well, now it's 10 of 12. Maybe I shouldn't have said anything. 62-33. 2:53 to play here in the third. After this game concludes, we'll have a little bit of a break on our streaming cast, and then we'll be back on with the starting lineups for the boys game, which will follow this one by about 10 to 15 minutes. Schaefer works it into the forecourt. Guarded out front by Constant. Pass near side. Scoop shot no good by Emma Zimmerman. She gets fouled on the play, and it's going to be Constant who goes to the picks up the foul. That'll be team foul number 5 for the Panthers. So the bonus here in the third comes with 2:42 to go. And Zimmerman, with her first free throw attempt of the night, hits it. Next game for Bartlesville is Thursday. It's a big deal in Bartlesville. Each year is the second free throw, no good. It is the ConocoPhillips Harvest Bank Tournament. Shia Miller back in the lineup now. Put it down underneath on a turnover, and off the steal comes Schaefer back to set the offense for Bartlesville. Trip ducks on the board, 2:22 to play in the third. Pull up three, gonna spin out, no good from Denny. Rebounded, 2 passes ahead to Demi Howard. Panthers get Howard all the way down, throws up a floater, it won't go. Rebounded and controlled by Cadence Gray, and she gets a half-court pass over to Schaefer. Schaefer trying to go around Constant now, dips it far side to Zimmerman, back out front to Denny. Guarded by Demi Howard. Demi against Denny, and Denny gets a left-hander in close and able to put it in. She's got 5 points in the third. That's all of her points for the night. Breaking the quick pressure. Kiki's got one from the far side. Boy, is she hot. She got 5 threes tonight. She's the leading scorer with 19 points, and the lead at 65-36 and a loose ball in front of the Putnam North bench. Possession is going to belong to Bartlesville.
Well, I think they called timeout.
Oh, they called timeout, okay.
So it'll be North ball.
Right now, Kiki has 19. She's got 2 threes in the third. Jayla Constant with 14. Danae Jefferson has 10. Those are the double-digit leading scorers for Putnam City North. On the other side, Schaefer had 11 at the intermission. She has 1 free throw and a three-pointer. She's got 15, the only double-digit scorer for Bartlesville. And, of course, their leading scorer at 21.3 points a game. Coming into just Bartlesville's 9th game of the year for the Panthers. This is game number 15.
Yes, Bartlesville's going to be busy this semester, and Putnam City North's games are going to be spread out.
Yeah. Minute and a half to play. Kutswati's going to throw up a 3 from the near side off the pass. Rebounded, controlled by Bartlesville. They get it down court quickly, and it looks like Paige Williams is going to get called. They got it inside to Isham. Isham averaging 5.3 points a game has that. She missed her last 2 free throw attempts after hitting 2 in the first quarter. She'll be back at the line. She's a 6-foot sophomore. And not a good free throw shooter at 38%. So we'll see what she does at the line here with 1:24 left to play here in the third. Coming up next, a week from today, and it'll be a big one because it's Jinx, and we'll tell you a little bit more why at the end of the quarter. Into the lineup for the first time comes Lila Willoughby, a 6'2 junior for the Panthers.
She really played well out in Vegas, John. She did play well, and she's been battling some asthma and some issues, but she's a good player. I'm excited that she's getting in the game, and you watch her. She can do some things.
Kiki Gray to Demi Howard in front of the Panther bench. Back up to Kiki. Trip aces on the board. 1:11 to play here in the third quarter. 65-38. Big 27-point lead for the Panthers. They reverse it, 2 passes to the far side, and Gray backs it back out. Now to Micaiah. Micaiah into the lane, loses the ball. That's her 3rd turnover, I think. And here's a quick pass on the far side. Into the forecourt comes Denny. Guarded by Kutswati, blocks her off. Sends it far side. Addison Jones puts it on the far side. Now back out front to Denny. Over to Addison Jones. Jones working it, gets around Willoughby. And we got a double dribble. Well, between 2 coaches standing up and a referee and 2 players in front of us, it was like being locked in a closet. We couldn't see anything.
It was a little tough to see it, but
the camera here for our streaming cast had it all for you. Long pass down court, scoop it up and in, Michaela Moore. Her first points of the half, she has 4. And we're down to 15 seconds to go. Bartlesville with Jones in the lane. Drug a foot, gets called for the turnover. A tick under 11 seconds to play. So the Lady Panthers will try to hustle it into the offensive court. And on the dribble, across, pass into the corner. Demi Howard pulls up, puts it back. Here's a shot at the buzzer. Got it! Kaswati! G-Money! Christmas. Kaswati buries it at the buzzer. 70-38. We played 3 quarters.
That was great patience by the Lady Panthers. Did a great job. Extended the lead. They're up 30. I got them up 32, John. Looking pretty good to me.
Kiki Gray had 6 in the quarter. She now has 19. 4 points in the quarter for Constance. She has 15. 6 for Jefferson. She has 10. Paige Williams with 7 points. Micaiah Moore with 4. Kutswati just buried that 3-pointer at the buzzer. She now has 7. 2 for Rashia Miller, 2 for Demi Howard, and 2 for Layla Shomo. And that, if it doesn't total, it's close to 70 on the board. On the other side, for the visiting Bruins, Emma Zimmerman with 3, Kinsey Denny with 5, Addison James has 4, Cadence Gray 2, Shayla Isham has 7 points, and the rest of the bucket belongs to their leading scorer, Sammy Schaefer. She had 4 points in the quarter. She has 15, and of course leads them with an average of 21.3. So here we go for the final 8 minutes, 4th quarter ready to begin.
Looks like the Lady Panthers are going to start in their typical man defense.
Denny on 2 passes turns, and she fires one home. That's her second 3-pointer, both coming here in the second half. Full court pressure, broken nicely. Miller in the middle takes it across, gets it down quickly. Pass underneath, Willoughby lays it up and got it. At 6'2", the biggest player on the floor, got a nice pass underneath.
Nice pass and good touch by Layla. She's really strong at that. I hope she can get things going for this stretch run. She's a good player. She gives the Panthers some size they don't have.
Jones almost lost it, ripped away, got it back. Schaefer near her own bench. Crosses into the lane, throws up a wild shot, and she's going to go to the line. It wasn't pretty, but it got her to the line. And Danae Jefferson, I've got her with 4. I don't know if that's right or right.
I think it is right. I think
it is, yeah.
Coach can leave her in if she wants to.
So Schaefer's at the line. Her first go. Schaefer with 16, make it 17 as the second free throw is good. 72-43, opening minute of the final quarter, and a long pass down court gets away from Willoughby. Demi threw it up court, she couldn't control it. Jefferson, Kutswati, Rashia Miller, Willoughby, Demi Howard. That's the 5 for the Panthers. Kinsey Denny into the forecourt for Bartlesville to set the offense out front. Kutswati with the defensive assignment now on Sammy Schaefer, the leading scorer for Bartlesville. Near side, Addison Jones in front of their bench for Bartlesville. Gives it back out front. It's lost for a minute, but they recover. Into the lane goes Isham on a pass, misses a point blanker. Zimmerman got the rebound for Bartlesville, gets it back over to Jones, quickly up front to Denny. Then he puts it far side. And back out front with it comes Emma Zimmerman. Tight guard this time by Demi Howard. Demi steals it. The ball's loose on the floor and picked up by Willoughby. Shoves it across into the offensive court to Jefferson. Puts it down in the corner. Drive to the hoop. Shot on the way.
Oh, sorry.
Kutswati got the bucket, but they're going to take it away.
Off. He called the charge.
Yeah. No bucket, but at least it was pretty. Swati gets the.
Danae makes great basketball play after great basketball play. She could have hogged that ball. Instead, she throws to someone's more open.
Exactly.
I really enjoy watching her play. That's why she's a big-time D1 player. She always makes the right play.
Yeah. No, you're right. It's a good point, Dick. I mean, some selfish people would have taken that shot. There was no thought of being selfish there. Here's a long pass all the way down court. Left-handed shot up, no good. Rebounded by Willoughby off the miss by Cadence Gray. And back offensively comes Richia Miller for the Lady Panthers. 2 minutes deep into the final quarter, and an easy lead on the board right now is win number 14 is going to be a cinch tonight. Here's Johnston with a shot out front. Constant can't get it to go. And Denny brings it down into the forecourt. 2 quick passes to Zimmerman. Tries to drive against Willoughby. Gets around her and throws up a little looper and got her. Her first 2 points of the quarter.
That's a great move.
She has got 9 for the night. Miller double teamed on the far side. Going to be a foul called here by referee Gary Filburn. And that foul was against ball inbounded to Willoughby, lost, and then trying to get it back over to Constant. It rolls out of bounds. Each team with 2 fouls here, 2.5 minutes into the final quarter. A runaway for North, 72-45. Panthers will improve to 14-1. Bartlesville will drop to 5-4, and they'll be 1-4 in district play. Richia Miller's going to get called in the backcourt for a foul.
Yeah, Richia's got to move her feet. You had a chance to get a good trap there, and she reached in just a little early. I think if she waits a half a second, they've got a good trap.
Putnam City North leading District 3 in 6A girls basketball. 4-0 coming in, now will be 5-0. And a game ahead of Jinx. Jinx second at 3-1. These teams meet a week from tonight here. On the far side, Denny driving the baseline. Goes up a left-hander and got it to bounce up and over and in.
That was a great shot.
Yeah,
I
she's
think
got
a little
10
luck
points
as well.
She didn't score in the first half. She got 10 here in the second half. Trapped underneath, trying to throw up a wild shot that won't go was Richia Miller. And then the rebound controlled by the Lady Bruins. They'll get it down court. Zimmerman crosses it far side into the corner. High arching 3 is home for Sammy Schaefer. Schaefer with 20 points now, just a point underneath her season average. And Bartlesville gets to the half 100 mark, trailing 72-50, 4:26 to play. Miller out front, sends it far side. Over to Shoma, who's checked back into the lineup. Over to Willoughby. Willoughby makes a bad pass. It's stolen. Addison Jones down court. Shomo's going to foul it. Panthers right now have Willoughby, Richia Miller, Shomo, Kaswati, and the only starter in there right now is Jayla Constant. Jones' first appearance at the line, and she's going on the first free throw. Free throw shooting's been good by both teams.
Yes, they've done a good job, and you know Bartlesville has a couple of nice players. I really like number 25, Denny. I think she shoots it well, John.
Yeah.
How many points does Denny have?
She's got
now?
10. She didn't score in the first quarter. She's had 5 in the third and 5 here in the fourth. Second free throw is no good by Jones. What was the call?
He called walking.
Okay.
That was brutal.
Well, I would have called it sliding. I don't know what the visual is for sliding. Quickly down court. Here's a 3 from the left side in front of the bench. That was no good by Miller, and then brought back out front over to Shomo. Actually, that was Lakaya Moore who tried that three-pointer. So all reserves in here now completely except for Constant. Swati's pass into the lane. And Lakaya Moore knocked down. That is just the second foul for Bartlesville here in the final period. Putnam City with 4. If they foul again, that'll put Bartlesville on the automatic 2 at the line. 72-51, Kaswati out front on 2 passes. Goes left side over to Constant. Constant with a 15-point night. Has not scored here in the final quarter. Sets the offense again. Pulls up. Goes up a jumper, right of the key, got it. As soon as I said she didn't score, she scored.
She heard you. She knew it was time to get a bucket.
I think she looked this way. 74-51. Denny working against Constant. Over to Addison Jones. Crosses it to Schaefer. Schaefer a long 3. Bounces off the rim, no good. Off the backboard miss. And the rebound controlled by Constant. Brings it in the forecourt. Almost got called for palming on that one. Comes back over to the far side. And a drive into the lane and knocked down as she drove into the lane was Layla Shomo. Was there a foul?
One of the 2 freshmen. No, they said they knocked it out of bounds.
Okay, tipped out of bounds.
Kaya Moore are both freshmen, 14 and 5, and they're going to be good players for quite some time.
Ball comes in to Kiki, who's back in the lineup, misses, puts it back up, got it, wouldn't go off the backboard. I thought it was going to bank in. 2:41 left, 23-point lead for the Lady Panthers. Denny into the forecourt over to Jones. Jones bounce pass underneath.
Walk.
Little scoop shot on a spin around that time by Gray. And my buddy didn't think it should have been legal, right?
I don't know what walking is anymore, John.
Constant down deep. Kaswati misses a shot. Ball loose underneath and controlled by the Bruins. They'll get it down court. Hustled over to Zimmerman. She misses the shot. It's loose in the corner and saved by the Panthers. And Kaswati into the forecourt. Off the pass that time from Constant. Puts it on the far side, and we got a traveling violation.
No, he's a substitute.
Well, where was the stop of play?
Logan called timeout to get Kate in the game.
I got it. Okay. Normally that'd be a 30-second timeout. That's a 3-second timeout here.
Right, and that's also normally the call for walking that you referenced.
Exactly. Here's Constant in the forecourt.
Oh, my.
Dumps it off.
And Kate hit the shot.
Schaefer on the personal foul. Her third. Minute 45 to go. Coming up next, the ConocoPhillips Arvis Bank Tournament in Bartlesville for 3 days. It's a big, big event in the Bartlesville area, and obviously some folks have been very popular there in ConocoPhillips and Arvis Bank for sure. Kate Ferguson has checked in off the bench for the Panthers in the final 2 minutes. Kiki Gray's shot top of the key for 3 wouldn't go. And with 1:15 to play, Jones hustles it down. Jumper on the way. Little floater for Denny. Boy, she's had a great second half. She got 12 points in the second half and did not score in the first. And the second leading scorer for Bartlesville.
Yeah, the senior, she's a good player, John. Yeah. She just didn't play very well in the first half, but she's played very well this half.
Jayla Constant leaves with a 17-point evening. Kiki Gray into the forecourt to Kaswati. Over to Ferguson. Shot on the way.
Lakaya Moore. Lakaya.
Lady Panthers have Maya Anderson in the lineup now, along with Kate Ferguson, deep reserves. They're getting a little bit of playing time in the waning seconds. Shot deep from the corner of Kate Ferguson. It won't go for the Panthers. Tipped out of bounds. And last touched by Lakaya Moore. So Bartlesville offensively for the final seconds has Denny left of the lane, putting up a shot. Got a bounce. It goes in with 7 seconds to go. What a second half she's had. And it'll be walked off as time expires. 77-57.
Just a run in the park, 20-point victory.
And it's a good point you make, because the average win number for the Lady Panthers on the year, 24.3.
That's pretty strong, but
Yep.
they, I'm going to give Bartlesville some credit. They were down 30 at a time, and they could have thrown in the towel, but they kept playing hard. Had a really big second half by Kenzie Denny, the 5'10 senior. She played well and deserves some credit, but the Lady Panthers, they just handled business. Just keep grinding. You take every one of them like that. I thought it was a great effort by the Lady Panthers. They did their job. Coach Martin did a great job, got everybody in the ball game. Everybody had an opportunity to shoot the basketball. I think the difference is that the Lady Panthers are just a deep, deep team, and they've got a lot of weapons, cause you a lot of problems. Again, though, I was impressed with 2 players on the Bartlesville squad. I was definitely impressed with Sammy Schaefer and Kenzie Denny. They're both really nice players, John.
Well, our unofficial total shows that they were the top 2 scorers for Bartlesville. Schaefer just a point underneath her 21.3 average for the year, had 20. And Denny about a point and a half above her average of 12.4. She had 14. 7 points from Shayla Isham, Addison Jones, and Emma Zimmerman, both starters with 5, and Cadence Gray with 4. For the Putnam City North girls, Kiki Gray did not score in the fourth quarter, didn't play that much, had 19 points. Jayla Constant ends up with 17. 10 points for Danae Jefferson. Those are the double-digit scores. 7 points from Paige Williams and Talia Katswati, each with 7. 4 points from Makaya Moore and Layla Shomo. 2 points each from Lakaya Moore, Layla Willoughby, and Rashia Miller. And it all totals out at 77-57. One of our 3 presenting sponsors of Putnam City North girls and boys basketball streaming this season is a new friend to the Putnam City District. Just off I-40 in Yukon on Check Hall Road. Check out Pub W. Believe me, they've got high-quality steaks, great fried chicken, the favorite of my buddy Dick Valancifen, and his second choice meatloaf like you would find at home when Mom cooks it. Wide open spaces at the Pub W in Yukon. Lots of room for small parties and gatherings, and an excellent general manager.
Yes, we can't say thank you enough to all of them over there. Pub W, they sponsor us, and we hope to have a long-lasting relationship.
And the guy that's really done a nice job, their general manager, who's really been a good guy. Andrew
Hartman does a great job.
Hartman, yeah.
Right, exactly. Does a great job.
Yeah. One of our other 3 presenting sponsors. As always, we thank Dwayne Alexander and all the good people at Professional Recyclers Incorporated. They have given more than $100,000 in the last decade to the Putnam City District schools. All of it most of it because of those green bins that you're looking at many of the schools in the district. And at PC North, you'll find the bin in the southeast corner of the parking lot near the road to James Dennis Elementary. You got things to drop them off, because all of those donations, the money that comes back to the school goes to Putnam City North basketball, girls and boys basketball. So make sure and drop something off if you're a great PC North fan. And as always, Swiss Cleaners, 7 decades in the Limber family, and one of the fine, longtime sponsors of so many things in the Putnam City School District. Final score, 77-57. Putnam City North improves to 14-1. They are unbeaten 5-0 in District 3. Bartlesville 5-4, now 1-4 in District play. We'll be back with you in a few minutes for the start of the boys' game between these two teams. So stay with us. Thanks for being a part of this first streaming contest from Putnam City North. Welcome back, everybody, to PC North streaming as the second game of our doubleheader tonight. Just about to get underway. Starting lineups to be announced here by public address announcer Matt Tyson. I'm Sean Brooks, along with Putnam City District School Athletic Director, the amazing Dr. Dick Ballensiefen. We have the same story here as we had in the first game. We have a team that hasn't played since December 19th in Bartlesville, coached by Jake Christensen. They are 3-4 on the year, but those are all non-district wins because they are 0-4 in District 3 play. Over on the other side, DJ Lemon and the Panthers are 12-1, and they come off a 68-28 win at Muskogee on Saturday. A little bit different than the drama that the girls had in their double overtime win. Last game that Bartlesville played, they were blown out at home 84-47 by Edmond Santa Fe, a team that the Panthers are already blown away at Edmond Santa Fe. I mean, the bottom line is this game is probably going to be a lot like the girls' game. In fact, might not be as competitive. It'll be interesting to see. Right now, Jinx and Putnam City North are tied for the lead on the boys' side in District 3 at 4-0. And the beauty is that they're going to be able to decide that 1 week from tonight right here on this court. And we'll be back here with our streaming cast of that game. So some things to look forward to. But in this game, the reality is this is probably going to be a beating.
Should be. If it goes to form, it will be.
Here's an interesting thing. Looking at Bartlesville and their starting lineup, they have Dennis Duncan, a senior, averaging 7.7 points, and that's the leading scorer. At 6.5, Hunter Holmes, a sophomore, is another starter. He's averaging, again, 6.5. Sutton Huff, averaging 4.2, Titus Huck, 3.8, and Trey Collins averaging a point a game. Those are the starters for Bartlesville. For DJ Lemons and Putnam North, TJ McNeely averaging 5.5, Keaton Murray averaging 10.7, Malachi Schultz averaging just under 6 points a game, Nate Moridi averaging 11, and Devion Gillespie, a 6'3 sophomore, has worked himself into the starting lineup for a Lemons team. He's averaging 6.2 points a game. And waiting to come off the bench is the leading scorer for Putnam City North, Micaiah Thomas, a junior. He's averaging 11.5. So DJ Lemons has made it clear he'll mix lineups up. He's done one for tonight.
Yes, he's definitely done that, mixing the lineup. And I just have to sit back and watch.
All right, Marithi for the Panthers wins the jump at center against Sutton Huff, and the Panthers will have possession for the first time. Jumper on the way, no good. Marithi went up, couldn't come down with the rebound. That missed by Gillespie, and into the forecourt, the ball turned over on the far side by Dennis Duncan. Trey Collins, Dennis Duncan, Hunter Holmes, Titus Huck, Sutton Huff was the starters on the floor for Bartlesville. All right, against full court pressure, McNeely inbounded. Double team, crosses it. Down the right side, here's an alley-oop pass and a 2-point dunk. That time for Marithi. What a great pass that time by Malachi Schultz.
Yes, what a play. I thought that would get us a Jiminy Christmas, John.
Well, it could have, but you don't want to get him out of the way too early. Here's Trey Collins on the dribble. Inside the lane now. Back to the basket is Huck. Huck getting it, gets it back out front. Now Trey Collins with it. On a dribble, pulls it up. Now takes a step. Should have traveled. He did. I thought for a second he was going to get away with it.
You never know. It's a new era in basketball with Euro steps and 3 steps and slides and falling on the ground with the ball. It's just new to me.
Full court pressure. McNeely again crosses it. Near side. Into the forecourt. Schultz brings it down. Sends it far side. Long three-pointer on the way. No good from the far side. And Bartlesville with the rebound. Off the miss that time of Keaton Murray. All alone out front for a three-pointer. That one's off the heel of the rim. No good. Back quickly comes Schultz. Gets around one player. Heads all the way down court. Ball goes off of his ankle, but the official on the play says it was touched from behind by a Bartlesville player.
It's going to be turned over. Guy out here says he saw it differently.
McNeely, Murray, Schote, Marithi, and Devion Gillespie. The 5 starters for Putnam City North. Dennis Duncan will inbound on the far side to Huff. Huff giving it back. Duncan bringing it up court against the pressure. Gets it into the forecourt. Guarded out front by Schultz. Spins around the left-handed dribble. Reaching around Schultz. Going to get called for the foul. No.
No, it's a 5-second call.
No foul. 5 seconds. Didn't go any place with the ball for more than 5 seconds. Here's McNeely into the forecourt. Near side, Schultz. Back out to McNeely. Pulls up top of the key. Schultz sets it up out front. Guarded by Collins. Schultz, alley-oop again. And a one-handed jam, no good as Marithi went up. He missed it, but he's going to go to the line.
That was another great pass. If he would have got 2 hands on it, I think he'd have been in great shape. That was really just a straight-up attempt at an alley-oop under the bucket. So it was very nice, and they don't look like they're covering Marithi too tightly.
Titus Huck got called for the foul. Marithi at the free throw line hits. He's 69% at the line.
He's hit quite a few in the games I've watched him play this year. His free throw form has improved.
And the next one is nothing but home. He's got 4, and those are the 4 the Panthers have. We play just over 2 minutes of this opening quarter. Hunter Holmes brings the ball into the forecourt. Bounce pass down in the corner. Going back up front to Huck, and
turnover, out of bounds. That's their 3rd of the first quarter. They're averaging more than a turnover a minute.
Foot got on the line. Official was right there to call it. Schultz against Duncan into the forecourt. Far side over to Keaton Murray. Backs it back out in the upper corner. Now tries to drive. Gets around his man. Takes it in off the glass. Keaton Murray with his first 2 points, averaging just under 11 for the season. In the backcourt is Duncan. Working against Schultz. Gets it in the forecourt. Behind the back dribble now. Takes it far side. Got a pick. Gives it back. Down to the baseline. Pass back near side. Huck shot on the way. It's no good. Rebounded by McNeely. McNeely pushes up, goes stolen. And back the other way with it is Duncan. Takes it down. Misses the shot. No foul called. And Schultz in the backcourt. Bartlesville still looking for their first bucket. They trail 6-0, and Duncan, who had the steal a moment ago, deflects this pass out of bounds.
Bartlesville's having a little bit of trouble. That's 4 turnovers for Bartlesville, and they're back into they're still playing man-to-man, but.
Here's Keaton Murray into the forecourt, guarded by Collins. Now to McNeely. McNeely, right side all the way to the hoop. Left-handed jam, no good by Gillespie, and it bounced all the way down court, and Duncan takes it to the opposite end. How about that? They get their first 2 points off a missed slam dunk that went half of the distance of the court.
It'd been nice just to shoot a regular layup on that instead of going for the dunk.
You know, that looked like a throw from the 20-yard line to the opposite team's 40 and walking it in for an 80-yard touchdown. All the way in comes Marithi on a 2-handed jam.
Great pass by McNeely.
Now McNeely spotted him. He had a chance. Nate has answered. He's got 6 of the 8 points for Putnam City North. Duncan On the far side to Trey Collins. Back to Duncan. 2 passes into the corner. Now into the lane. Got McNeely in the air. He got away with a block that time on the miss. All the way down court, throwing up a wild shot. We're going to get a whistle and a foul.
Pretty good defense by the Panthers.
Yeah. Huck misses the shot at the other end. He missed it because McNeely jammed it away with a real nice, clean block. Bartlesville with a pair of substitutions getting ready to check in. Jason Turner getting ready to come into the game. Also, Bryson Gutierrez. Turner averaging a point a game. Gutierrez 3.5. No double-digit scores for Bartlesville in average. Leading score is 7.7. Mauricio will check out. And in for the first time, the Panthers' leading scorer, averaging 11.5 points a game, Micaiah Thomas. Checks in with 3:30 to play. At the free throw line will be Gillespie. Pirates are 2 of 2 at the line, both from Mauricio. Left-handed free throw up and in. He got the
number one. Also,
he got
check.
the bucket and
yeah.
the three.
Yeah.
Old-fashioned three for Gillespie. 10-2 the lead. Trey Collins. Guarded on the far side by Murray, and going to get a block on a screen set that time. Titus Huck will draw his second foul. That's the third foul against Bartlesville. Panthers have not been whistled for one yet. And Duncan, who was out just briefly, comes back in the lineup as Jake Christensen puts him back in. And out of the lineup came Titus Huck. McNeely in the forecourt defensively. Bartlesville looking, here's a pass in close, shot missed, rebound controlled by Hunter Holmes. He gets it back to the opposite end to Duncan. Duncan to the baseline. Back out front to Collins, a long three off the side of the rim, no good. McNeely with the rebound, or excuse me, Murray pushes it all the way up court, goes coast to coast and got the left-hander. He got the bucket. He took it all the way through traffic, got the left-handed layup. It's a double-digit lead at 12-2. 2.5 minutes left to go here in the first period. Here's Duncan in the forecourt, crosses it left side. Hustled pass back out to Trey Collins. They put it out on the perimeter. And now Duncan slows it down. Man-to-man defense for the Panthers, and it's been that way throughout. Duncan looking back over to his head coach, and what was the foul?
Called Thomas for holding.
Kai Thomas gets a holding call, just checking in, his first foul. And it's the first foul of the period for the Panthers.
Also, C.J. Heskett just checked in for the Panthers, number 32.
Heskett, a 5'11 sophomore, averaging 7.2 points a game.
Before the break, he had a big game against Broken Arrow,
Yeah.
John. He really played well. Matter of fact, he was a big reason the Panthers won the game at Broken Arrow. That's a walk underneath the bucket. Did you see that?
Yes, I did. Here's Collins taking it to the free throw line, and we get another foul called. That one's second one against Thomas. So Makai's been in for a minute and a half.
2 fouls.
And he has both fouls for the Panthers. And we still have 2:08 to play here in the opening quarter. 10-point lead, 12-2. Duncan lobs it back in, tipped up in the air twice, tipped in the offensive court. Down court, Keaton tipped it away, and then trailing the play, T.J. McNeely couldn't keep his hands on it. Nice recovery, though.
It was good hustle. Keaton made a great steal.
Yeah. Just a good recovery by Murray to keep it in play. McNeely just couldn't handle the little tap pass.
Right.
We duck under 2 minutes to play. In the lineup is Gutierrez now. Up to Trey Collins. Long three-pointer.
Nailed it.
Trey Collins, averaging a point a game, has tripled that down after the three-pointers, 12-5.
Bartlesville's gone back in a zone.
Yep. Inside, close pass Miles Jackson, having checked in, gets down on the post, gets his first 2. Minute and a half to play. 9-point lead, 14-5. Long pass into the forecourt. Duncan takes it all the way down, puts it over in the corner. Back out it comes to Gutierrez. Gutierrez up front with a minute to go. Back up to Collins. He's got another high 3 on the way. This one will be short. Rebounded. Miles Jackson pushes it down to McNeely. Cross-court pass far side. Little too far for Keaton Murray. Sutton Huff, who started the game, a sophomore, is checked back in to the lineup for Bartlesville. Trey Collins takes a seat. And Malachi Schultz, who was out briefly, back in for the Pirates, defending in the backcourt against Duncan. Duncan around Schultz. They've been matched up throughout the entire first period. Clock down to 50 seconds and under here in the opening quarter. 14-5 lead. Pass in close, reverse back far side. Into the lane, shot up and in on a nice two-handed maneuver that time. Hunter Holmes gets his first point. Doubled up at 14-7, now under 30 seconds to play. Let's see if DJ Lemons tells him to shut it down and go for the final shot. Well, so much for that as Schultz sends a long three-pointer way outside the line, off the heel of the rim, rebounded, and now Bartlesville will go for the final spot. As Christensen comes out, in fact, he's going to call a timeout. Timeout for Bartlesville, 12.7 to play. Your thoughts here early?
I didn't like that choice by Schultz there. I thought that was too quick because look at the possession arrow. You got a 14-7 lead. You get the ball to start the second quarter. That's not knowing the time and situation as well as you should know it as a point guard. You don't take that shot, and if you do, you better hit it. I mean, that's just the bottom line. As an old coach sitting here, I do not like that shot. I think you should have been patient.
Period, end of quote, right?
End of the quarter. You got to get you essentially just gave them a bonus possession. That's just the same as a turnover, a bonus possession, whatever you want to call it. Right. I mean, if you're going to shoot one that early, it needs to be a layup or a dunk.
Well, the way he was looking and glancing over to the bench, and then expression on his face when he came across, I thought, they're just going to hold the ball out there and run something with about 7 seconds to go.
Right. I just didn't like the choice.
So Gutierrez will inbound to Duncan, and he's trapped in the backcourt. And he doesn't have any help coming. Now he flings the ball down court. It's loose and picked up and driving to the hoop and getting the layup near the buzzer, and time will expire on a long shot from Gillespie. Hit off the side of the rim as the period comes to a close. 14-9 at the end of the first period. Well, I'd have to tell you, having looked at the two teams and how we previewed things, Putnam City North at 12-1 off a 68-28 win at Muskogee Saturday. Bartlesville having not played since December 19th. You look at this score and you take the two teams off of the scoreboard, right. You might think it was the other way around.
Well, just what I was talking to about the choice by Schultz. You saw what that led to. That led to a 2-point layup. Had good defensive pressure here. Bartlesville's able to throw it over the top of the defense, get an easy layup. It was all uncalled for. The score should be 14-7. Just a bad way to end the quarter, but let's hope they learn something from it.
All right, scoring Keaton Murray with 4 points. Nate Meridian had 6 points. He had it all in the first 2 minutes of the quarter. With that slam dunk off an alley-oop from Schultz that started the scoring tonight. Devin Gillespie with 3. Miles Jackson with 2. I got 1 point too many there someplace. Oh, there it was. Muridi with 5 points. Gillespie with 3. 4 for Murray, 2 for Miles Jackson. We're underway, start of the second quarter. With 2 buckets late and a banker off of the glass to start the period, Hunter Holmes has 6 points in the last 60 seconds. And he's got Bartlesville within 2. Schultz into the forecourt with Heslett out front. Far side, CJ with it. Now a long three on the way. Nothing but net from Miles Jackson. He gets the first three-pointer of the night for North, and they get the lead up to 5. And Duncan hurries it down court, and he gets grabbed on the play.
You know, it's a luxury on your team when you can bring in Thomas, Miles Jackson,
right.
and Heskett.
Yeah.
You bringing in 20 points off the bench. That's
Yeah.
pretty tough. Matter of fact, 25 points off the bench.
There you go. Heskett was called for the foul. Offense back for Bartlesville up in the upper right corner. Duncan looking cross court to his coach. Almost steps on the line. Now goes against Schultz. Down the far side. Stepped out of bounds. Second time that's happened.
They've got 7 turnovers on my count, and I may have missed one. PC North's extremely quick on the boys' team, just like the girls' team. They can cause you a lot of problems.
Moridi out of the corner now. To Schultz, gets it down. Shot blocked in the corner. Nice block that time. It was Makai Thomas against Hunter Holmes, and Holmes was able to block the shot. And then it tipped out of bounds off of Makai Thomas, so
That's his third.
Yeah, Bartlesville gets the ball and a double team trap in the backcourt. So the ball pushed up to Hunter Holmes, gets it down the far side. Taken back and back the other way off the turnover. Panthers set it up. Long three out front off the side of the rim. Comes over. Heskett's able to get the rebound, keep it in play off the Miles Jackson miss. Now he's double teamed. There's going to be a foul called.
Good
It's
rebound
gonna be,
by
yeah, it's going to be
Heskett.
against Hunter Holmes.
I got 8 turnovers for Bartlesville.
Shows her the ball, tapped it away on the far side. Holmes knocked it out of bounds in front of the Bartlesville bench. Jason turns out of the lineup for Bartlesville. Pass comes back in now, out front to Gillespie. Gillespie out front, bounce pass far side. Heskett throws it inside. Miles Jackson had it, loses it. Ball on the floor. Tipped away. Bartlesville keeps possession. Duncan into the forecourt. Far side to the baseline. In close, looks for help. Flings it back in the corner to Huff. Huff back out front. And Trey Collins with it. Bouncing it back, loses the dribble, looks for help, throws it far side. Huff's got it. Takes it to the hoop, almost loses it. Bounces it back out front. And Collins down into the corner. 1-2-2.
Yeah, they've jumped back to a man.
Well, they have gone back to a man. There's a double team out near the timeline. Miles Jackson gets called for the foul in that scramble. .5:26 to play. First half. Bartlesville making a real game of it here against the 12-1 Panthers. They break the press. Trey Collins takes it in. You saw it as a walk. I saw it as a walk.
But the referees didn't see it as a walk.
Here's Jackson at the top of the key. Got another three-pointer. He's got the only three-pointers of the night so far. He's got them both here in the second quarter. Lead back up to 8 at 20-12. Pressure in the backcourt. Hunter Holmes gets it across to Trey Collins. Guarded by Makai Thomas. Loops it back off to Hunter Holmes. Shot from the corner, no good. Good rebound, pushing it up court. Here comes Schultz all the way down, coast to coast, got it. He got the rebound. And Malachi Schultz gets his first 2 points from the night.
Coast to coast.
Yep.
Point guards, shortest guy on the court. Got a big rebound and
pass back
gets
out
another
front.
steal.
Turned over, down court. How many turnovers now? 10?
I have them
Yeah,
at,
make it
at
11.
9.
They just turned it over again. Devian James with the steal. Things getting a little frantic here.
Right, it's a little
Out of
panicky.
control frantic.
Yeah, there you go.
Heskett checks out of the lineup. Keaton Murray with 4 points in the first quarter. Comes back in. Maurithe's back in now for the Panthers. Miles Jackson. Devion Gillespie and Malachi Schultz. Those are your 5 for your Pirates. Trey Collins, under 4 minutes to go in the first half, into the forecourt. Works against Gillespie. Bounce pass underneath.
Another steal.
Turns over and then turned back and then loose. Picked up and here's Schultz taking it down court. It's out of control and the ball knocked out of bounds. Trey Collins called for the foul. 3 fouls for Bartlesville, 4 for Putnam City, and there's still 3:41 to go in the period. Well, that's called a shooting foul?
Yeah, he called it. He was shooting a layup.
Okay. If you're a Panther fan, you take it, but you don't get the free throw as Schultz misses his first try. Gutierrez comes back in, replacing Huff for Bartlesville. Schultz seeing if he can get 1 out of 2 here at the line, manages to do so. Schultz, Gillespie, Maurithi, Murray, and McNeely's back in for the Panthers. Down the right side of the lane, Duncan, or on the far side. 2 passes, left side of the court. Back over to Duncan from Collins. Takes it in, crosses it near corner. Pushed back out front, pass knocked out of bounds. Gillespie kept that pass from coming out front.
Yeah, that was aggressive, good defense. He just didn't get the ball secured, but he was hustling. You got to give him that.
Jackson Barta in the lineup for the first time tonight for Bartlesville. On the year averaging 3.7. I think we're going to get a technical here.
On Schultz. Referee told him shut his mouth, and he didn't.
Who was it?
Schultz.
Trey Collins will shoot the technical foul. And he gets the first to go. He had a 3-pointer in the first quarter, gets the second one to go. He gets the 2 and they get the ball. And
you can't hurt your team like that. You got to keep your mouth shut. Referee comes and tells you to hush up, just say, yes, sir.
23-14, the Panthers. Deep right side, 3-pointer, no good. Triggered by Gutierrez. Rebound. Panthers get it in with Mariti. Now Schultz back near side. McNeely's going to throw one in. Excuse me, I'm sorry, Keaton Murray. Sorry. Murray with a 3. He's got 7 points. 26-14, and we're under 3 minutes to go here in the opening half. Collins in the backcourt working against Devion Gillespie. One hands a pass cross court, almost intercepted. Picked back up, all alone far side for a 3-pointer. It's going to be short from Hunter Holmes. Rebound, down court, here's McNeely to take it down. Reverses, lays it in. TJ's first points of the night, and that makes it a double. 28-14, score doubled. Under 2:20 to play. Gutierrez throws a pass back out front to Collins. Up near the midcourt line. Guarded by Gillespie. Loses his dribble, sends it back near side to Gutierrez. Gutierrez down in the corner to Hunter Holmes. Back out front to Duncan. Duncan in the corner. Passing up the shot. Won't pass up the second try. Three-pointer from the far boundary. No good by Collins. Rebound. 3 passes up court. Left-handed 3 on the way. Bounds away, no good. Keaton Murray, who leads his team in 3-point field goal attempts. Missed that one. He's missed 2 here recently. We're down to 1:30 to play. 28-14. Down court all the way to the hoop. Nice move. Hunter Holmes drives through traffic and cuts it to a 12-point deficit for Bartlesville.
I thought Murray got fouled down here on the second play. I thought I heard skin through our earphones, headphones.
Bouncing all the way down, McNeely throws it far side, and this time he gets it. Keaton Murray gets his second 3 here in the second quarter, and the lead almost back up to double again at 31-16 as we jump under a minute to play. It was 14-9. Panthers at the end of the first. They've extended the lead. Collins got a long 3 out front. No good. Marithi with the rebound. 40 seconds to play. Malachi Schultz will bring the ball into the forecourt. Goes it to Gillespie on the far boundary. In close, Marithi gets in traffic. Gets his first point since the opening 90 seconds of the game. He has 7 for the first half. 24 seconds to play, 33-16. All the way through traffic. Duncan throws up a wild shot and has drawn a foul. Couple of chances who that could go to.
I think it's on Maridi.
Yeah, it is Maridi. Yeah. Already in the 2 free throw bonus was Bartlesville. That was foul number 6 in the quarter for the Panthers. And here in the waning seconds, the first free throw, no good by Duncan. That's only the 3rd free throw tried by Bartlesville. Trey Collins hit 2 earlier. Out of the lineup comes Huck. And checking in for the first time tonight for Bartlesville, sophomore Luke Massey. Second free throw bounds away, no good. He missed them both. McNeely gets the rebound, 17 seconds, and they'll go for the last shot. I guess I'm coaching, right?
You are. That's
I think
good.
I got it right.
Yeah, I think you do this time.
Okay. This time.
Well,
not any other time.
No.
Here's Schultz to the baseline, throws it back. Shot at the buzzer, bounce off the heel, no good. Put back up and in. Late. Did he make it or not? I think the buzzer went.
He's late. It's late.
I think it's late. Yeah, you can tell by Schultz's action it was late. It was. Just as he turned to put it up, you heard the buzzer.
Right, that was correct. It was late.
33-16. At the intermission.
It was late. Good job. It was a good call.
Yeah. Dick, I know we've been through this before.
Hold on. Give me a second.
But
give me a second. I'll come over there.
We want to thank some people.
Yes, we do.
And they are.
Yes, I'd like to thank all of our district partners. We have Mercy Hospital, Southern Nazarene University, Francis Tuttle Technology Center, Sonic, Marco's Pizza, Raising Cane's, OMRF, the White Buffalo Coffee Bar, Professional Recyclers, Clark Crew Barbecue, Video Reality, BSN Sports, Jim Norton Toyota, Cavender Ford, Mobots of Oklahoma City, Swiss Cleaners, Pub W in Yukon, and Johnny's Charcoal Broiler. A big thank you to all of our district sponsors.
All right, it is halftime. Let's quickly give you a rundown on the scoring for Putnam City North. With 2 points, TJ McNeely. Miles Jackson has 2 3-pointers. In the second quarter, he has 8 points for the game. Keaton Murray had 2 threes. He has 10 points for the game. Malachi Schultz with 3 points. Nate Marithi, who had 5 points in the opening 90 seconds of the game. had a late two-pointer. He has 7. Devion Gillespie has 3. On the Bartlesville side, 5 points for Trey Collins, 2 for Dennis Duncan, 8 points for Hunter Holmes, the top scorer. And at halftime, it's the Putnam City Panthers 33, Bartlesville 16. I'm John Brooks, along with Putnam City District Athletic Director Dr. Dick Balancefin. We are live on our first streaming cast, and we will tell you that our schedule is as follows for streaming all home games. Jinx a week from tonight. On January 20th, Edmond Santa Fe. Homecoming on January 30th, Broken Arrow will be the opponent. February 3rd, Muskogee. February 13th, Capitol Hill. Those are all district games, and we cap it all with a big rivalry within the district on senior night on February 20th, when it'll be Putnam City against Putnam City North.
It will be fun. I think we have a good schedule. We get to see some teams with all the East teams we don't get to see frequently. It'll be fun to watch Broken Arrow, Jinx, and tonight, obviously, with Bartlesville, Muskogee will be coming to town. Old Putnam City West State Championship coach Lenny Burt
that's right.
is trying to revive that program. So, anyway, it'll be a fun schedule.
All right. We'll take a quick breather. We'll be back with you before the start of the third period. North going on to a victory tonight will hold that lead at 5-0. Those two teams are going to be meeting right here on this court a week from tonight. We'll have the streaming for that. Broken Arrow at 3-1, Santa Fe and Stillwater at 2-2, Muskogee 1-3, and Bartlesville and Capitol Hill in the cellar at 0-4. And we're ready to go. Possession will belong to North to start, and McNeely will inbound to Schultz. Comes near side to Keaton Murray. Looks down low to Marithi. Throws it back out front. The pass picked up by Trey Collins. Comes around all the way. Throws up a left-hander and got it. Trey Collins off a steal. Turnover for North. And the first bucket of the half off the turnover by Trey Collins.
That was not a good pass by Maritti, but Schultz has got to come to the ball. You can't stand there and wait on the ball. You have to go to the ball.
McNeely out front. On the far side now to Schultz, and a second steal on another bad pass. Duncan down to get it. Blows the layup. Had a golden opportunity right there. Missed the shot. And then the rebound by Gillespie. And Trey Collins comes up with the foul. And we get a
timeout, Panthers.
Yep. So I guess DJ Lemon's going to say, boys, probably the telegraph was big back in the western days of the 1800s. Probably not needed now, right?
No, definitely. And I just saw him. It looked like he told him to come to the ball, but I'm not for sure about that. No, against this zone, they don't want to come out here and play a lousy first 2 or 3 minutes of the second half and make it a game. They need to step on their throat right now. Get after it. I don't think he's happy with the start of this half. 2 turnovers and 2 trips.
Well, I think you'd have to be a masochist if you were happy, right?
No, I mean, you know, with this many games, you shouldn't be standing there waiting on the ball to come to you. So hopefully they'll do a little bit better with that.
Well, they got a little break there with the foul after the rebound. Schultz will walk it up court. And what are we in here, a 2-3 zone?
They're trapping out of it.
Yeah. Schultz two-handed pass underneath. Got it in close, and McNeely's going to be hammered. It'll just be a choice between 2 players, although one player is down on the floor, and that may be who's got the foul. Somebody's going to come out. The trainer is coming out for Bartlesville and the coach.
He's having trouble getting up.
Let's see. It looks like it is, I think it's Jackson Barta.
It's 32, John. I can see number 32.
Sutton Huff. Okay, I couldn't tell if it was 22 or 32.
Well, their uniforms are not as bad as some that we see, John. These are
all fine.
Blue and white, just a little small on the number. But there again, you're only getting blocked by about 3 players.
Yeah.
But it's number 32.
Yeah, it is 32, yeah. Sutton Huff. He's up and he gets a round of applause. Did he end up with the foul?
Yes, he did.
Okay. The foul and the floor. Well, he walked by us here. It looks like he's okay, which is good news.
Yes, he hit on his back and hip area, and that sometimes can be tough.
McNeely misses on his first. That's the 7th free throw attempted. 5 of 7 as a team. Now 6 of 8 as he gets the second one to go. 34-18. Still in the opening minute of the second half of play. Full court pressure by the Panthers. They back it off now. Collins will work it into the forecourt against Gillespie. Trapped near side ball. Almost went into the backcourt. Saved by Hunter Holmes. He gets it back on the pass. Here's Duncan with the long 3. Got it. Far side. Dennis Duncan, who had 2 points at the intermission, gets a 3-pointer. It's 34-21.
Bartles is in a kind of a 2-1-2 trap.
Yeah. Lob pass cross court. Schultz. Trapped again. Jumps a pass far side. Down low it comes to Marithi trying to work in. Does work in. Got the ball up in the air. Got the shot. They're going to call
Foul
the foul
on them.
before the shot?
No, called it on it. Gave him the bucket.
Moretti gets the bucket.
Old-fashioned three-point play attempt coming for Nate.
And he can go to double digits for the night with 10 points if this one's good. And it is. 37-21, 16-point lead. Exactly what it was at halftime. Each team has scored 5. Still in the opening 2 minutes of the third quarter. Hunter Holmes on the dribble. Out front, throws a pass over to Duncan. Guarded by Schultz. They've been matched up against each other all evening. Now down right of the lane, pull up the dribble. Collins gets the pass back from Duncan. Tight guard now, Schultz out. Steals it from Collins. All the way down and gets the layup. Nice play by Malachi. Got the pick, took it in, got a roll off of the rim, and the lead up to 18, and back comes Holmes. And he's down court, and he misses, or gets it going the opposite way. Hunter Holmes now double digits with 10. Leading scorer for Bartlesville. They've got 23. It's back to a 16-point lead for the Panthers. Keith Murray out front against his zone. Lobs it down low to Moretti at the baseline. He's trapped. Tries to go through traffic. Tries to work his way through.
When there's 2 guys on Moretti there, the Panthers need to make a basket cut, John. 2 guys on him, someone needs to slice hard right down the middle of this zone.
And Moretti got called for running over somebody.
Right. Does that make sense to you? When he's double teamed, if someone gashes to the bucket, they got to be open.
Exactly. Now, last time I counted, that's the way it worked. Duncan across the timeline in front of us. Guarded again by Schultz. 5:10 to play in the third. Schultz steals it away again, but it's retained back by Duncan. He'll bounce it in the lane. Holmes underneath and unable to control it. Was Titus Huck. He threw it away. He just checked into the lineup. Here's Schultz with a hurried pass to Keaton Murray at the baseline. I thought for a second he stepped out of bounds, but I think they're going to call a foul.
Number 12.
Dennis Duncan picks up the foul. That's 4 fouls already for Bartlesville. They're 1 away from putting the Panthers into the automatic 2 at the free throw line. Schultz on the perimeter. Keaton sends it down low, and then a pass deflected away. Turnover, Panthers. Back comes Holmes. Looks behind him, sees Duncan, throws it out front to Collins. 4.5 to play in the third. Schultz guarding Collins. Stays with him. And a timeout called by Jake Christensen. 39-23. Let's quickly remind you that one of the greatest friends Putnam City North has, for that matter, the Putnam City School District, is Swiss Cleaners. Oldest cleaners in Oklahoma City, over 100 years old. In the Limber family for 7 decades. John's wife, John Limber's wife, Sally, was a Putnam City North legend when she taught there for 31 years as a special ed teacher, retired 3 years ago. Limber family in 5 Northside locations, the very best when it comes to outstanding cleaning and laundry. They do it perfectly. 50th in North Portland, 150th in Northwestern, 36th in North May, and in the Putnam City North region, Rockwell and Northwest Expressway, and the closest to Pantherland, 122nd and MacArthur.
They're doing a great job, John. We appreciate their sponsorship. Also, CRG, they do a great job with drug testing to help us out on a monthly basis. They test our student athletes and activity members, so we're very grateful for all of our district partners. Thank you.
After the timeout, the Panthers have Miles Jackson, Nate Moretti, Malachi Schultz, Keaton Murray, and Devion Gillespie. That's the 5 for the Panthers. Trey Collins takes the inbounds, comes back into the forecourt for Bartlesville. Guarded this time by Gillespie, knocked it loose. Collins retained it. Tight one-on-one. Now a trap out front on Huck. He hands the ball back to Collins. Cross-court pass. Comes near side to Holmes. Gets it down in the corner. Collins brings it back out front. Pass back to Duncan. Takes the top of the key, bounces underneath. Luke Massey checked in, dumps it off, and Titus Huck gets his first 2 points of the game. Nice assist that time from Massey, who just checked in for Bartlesville. 3:40 to go. Lead back down to 14 for the Panthers. Gillespie guarded by Massey. To Schultz, sends it far side, three-pointer from the left-handed Keaton Young on the far side, knocked away. Or excuse me, Keaton Murray.
Yes, that Panthers are letting them hang around, John.
Yeah, they are. You know, I mean, 14 points looks like a nice lead. It'll probably stay that way, but nobody's been able to put so far the Panthers have not been able to totally put Bartlesville away.
No, and I think it's a credit to Bartlesville's effort.
Yeah. C.J. Heskett defensively against Duncan.
I don't know what he's supposed to do different there. I like this defense there.
Looked like good defense to me. That's his second foul. Second team foul here in the quarter for the Panthers. And Duncan will inbound. Massey was in briefly. Back out, and Bryson Gutierrez checks in for Bartlesville. Duncan looks to bounce it into him. Now scoops it past far side to Hunter Holmes. He turns in the lane. Short jump shot up. Bounce off the rim, no good. Heskett with the rebound. Pushes it up court quickly for the Panthers. Now still dribbling it, trying to go through traffic. Scoops it back out to Keaton Murray, and Murray back out front with under 3 minutes to go here in the third. Defended by Holmes. Drives against him, backs it back out. Now goes to the baseline. Throws up a shot. Nothing but an air ball, and Duncan with the miss. Down court to Holmes. He's going to save it to Collins in front of his bench. Throws an air ball three back the other way. And here's Gillespie on the break. All the way down, 3-on-2. Got underneath. Nice bounce pass. Miles Jackson. Nice break that time.
Yes, it was. Great play, great break after back-to-back air balls.
Opposite end, Huck misses a point-blank shot. Gets it back underneath. Can't get his second chance to go. Bartlesville gets it back for a third try, and from the corner, a three-pointer. No good that time from Hunter Holmes. Bruins had 3 shots at it, couldn't get anything to go. We dip under 2 to play in the third. Shot blocked on the near side. Moridi picks it up, in close, misses the shot.
Looked
That
like
was off a Murray miss. All the way back down comes Duncan, and he gets the layup.
Looked like a lot of contact on that miss by Moridi down there.
41-27, 1:43 to play. And DJ Lemon's going to call a time. Did he call timeout? Well, I guess not.
Yeah. They just called time. They stopped the game to get Murray out of the game. He got hit in the knee.
There you go. That's what it was. So Keaton Murray will take a visit down to
14.
Putnam City North's trainer.
Yeah. You want me to go ask him? Yeah, Murray had to go down to the trainer. He was walking, limping around.
A guy that we know very well.
Yes, Mark Huseman.
Thank
Matter
you.
of fact, they're going to the locker room, if you can
They
see
are right
here.
behind us, yeah.
Kind of got hit on the side of the knee.
Yeah, he did. Huseman's taking him in there, and Keaton Murray limping a little bit. I don't think it's anything big, but enough maybe to go look at. And when you got a 14-point lead, you're going to go look at it.
Right. I'm like you. I think if you're walking around, it's not too terrible.
1:38 to play.
You know, John, I really like Miles. What's he shooting from the three-point line this year?
Miles from the three-point, 58%.
You know, when you're shooting that good, Billy Tubbs would say you're not shooting enough.
Yeah, exactly.
And Makai Thomas.
Makai Thomas, who's played very little, gets his first points of the game, a three-pointer from the far sideline, and the lead back up to 17. So the Panthers have outscored Bartlesville by 1 here in the third. Duncan, man on a trap at midcourt. Alley-oops the far side. Trey Collins puts up a 3, and he answers it back. That's his second 3 of the game. He had 1 in the first quarter, and we're down to 60 seconds to go in the third. Gillespie bringing it in. Sends it near side to Heskett. Heskett to the baseline. trap. Long pass back out front. Hustled in the corner. Again, a three-pointer far side. This time, Makai Thomas cannot come down with it. Missed shot was an offensive board, and there's going to be a foul called. Now, this should be, that's number 5. That'll put him in the 2-shot bonus.
Maridi looks like he's going to the foul line. The call on number 22 from Bartlesville is pushing him in the back. Nate's one of the best rebounders in the state. I've watched several games this year, and I think he is, with this senior class, I just think he's one of the best rebounders, period, both offensively and defensively.
Well, he leads the team in rebounds with 63. You can say that right there.
Right.
I mean, you do the math. It's, 13? That's about 4.7 rebounds a game. He gets the second free throw to go after the miss.
Right. And I don't know how many minutes a game he gets, but he does an outstanding job. I mean, he can really flat rebound when he wants to.
Well, with the substitution that DJ Lemons uses, which is a lot, you're not going to have anybody with overwhelming minutes.
No.
I mean, there's a lot of balance in the minutes.
Right, and that makes it tough on your numbers.
Collins against Gillespie. Half a minute to go. Drives through traffic and does a layup. Nice play by Collins, who has 8 points for Bartlesville in the third. And we're down to 24 seconds to go, and the lead down to 13 for the Panthers. Heskett with the ball out front. Lobs it down deep.
Hook.
Into the lane goes Jackson. He got the layup. The foul. Well, he called 15. I don't have a 15 on my board.
I don't have 15 either. No, it's Kim Marie.
Okay.
Kim Marie, number 15.
His first appearance in the game, he gets a foul. Gutierrez throws a wild shot up at the buzzer, and we played evenly in the third. Each team got 16, 48-32. The Panthers at the end of 3. One of our 3 presenting sponsors, the Putnam City North Girls and Boys Basketball Streaming, is a longtime friend of the Putnam City School District. We're talking about Dwayne Alexander, the owner of Professional Recyclers. They've given over $100,000 in donations over the last decade. They serve the American vets, have 4 community thrift stores in the metro, providing great clothing deals for those needing the best possible prices. A lot of their green bins are spread out at different schools, from elementary to middle to high school in the Putnam City area. And at Putnam City North, if you want to make a donation to the bin there, it's in the southeast corner of the parking lot near the road to James Dennis Elementary. And all of those donations, the money that comes out of there to the school, goes directly to the Putnam City North basketball.
Yes, they do a great job donating. We have over a dozen bins in the district, and we're very grateful for Professional Recyclers, Dwayne Alexander, and all the people at Professional Recyclers Incorporated. They do a great job here. Going into the fourth quarter, you'd like to see a little stronger, more balanced performance.
All right, here we go, 48-32. Bartlesville to inbound with Collins into Hunter Holmes. Guarded by Miles Jackson out front. A pick for Holmes. A switch defensively. He gets a pass down in the corner. Collins out front now. Into the lane, throws up a left-hander. It won't go. Coming across, get the rebound. Collins on the far side to Duncan. Duncan turns, free throw line jumpers up. No good, and finally up to get the rebound was Heskett, and he gets fouled as he did.
It's a good rebound, good hustle play on CJ's part.
Hunter
Excellent
Holmes
job.
called for the foul.
You know, you're right. You make a good point that the minutes are so spread out, it's difficult to get a lot of points and everything. And 3 guys on the floor right now average 25 points a night as a group. Heskett, Thomas, and Jackson.
Devian Gillespie over to Heskett. Loses the dribble, needs some help. Gets it from Jackson. He cross courts far side to Makai Thomas. Back into the lane with it, and losing it out of control is Devian Gillespie. Panthers have Heskett, Makai Thomas, Gillespie, C.J. Heskett. And I think Gabe Wilson in there right now. I'm not sure. Nope, new face.
Davion Brown.
That's it. It's Davion Brown. My fault. Yeah.
And they got Jackson in. Miles Jackson.
Yeah. Hunter Holmes, free throw line jumper. Got it. Left side. Hunter Holmes with 12 points. Trey Collins with 12, leading Bartlesville. Thomas back the other way. Dumps it off, and Davion Brown's on the board.
Davion Brown's the younger freshman brother of one of your favorite Panthers, Kai Brown.
That's exactly
Number 15
right.
is
yeah.
Davion's
He was the
Kai.
younger brother, yeah. Yeah, I was a big fan of Ty. Holmes trapped out at the mid-court line, somehow gets the ball loose, and then it's picked off and stolen. Lob pass down court to Miles. Miles underneath gets it. Makai got the steal, threw an alley-ooper down court, and Miles Jackson now with 14 points, leading scorer for the Panthers, and the lead is at 18, just over 2 minutes deep into the final quarter. 52-34, score on the board here at the home of the Panthers. Duncan right of the lane, loses control of himself and gets called for the travel.
See if we can get this lead extended to 20. It's been on 16-14 most of the whole second half.
Yep.
Let's see if we can hit a bucket here. It'd be a big play.
Well, they played even in the third quarter. Heskett, top of the key, backs back out on the dribble. Now loops it behind him to Jackson, reverses it to the near side, then gets it back out front. Jackson looks left, now turns, throws it underneath, and a bucket. Nice score that time, and a chance for the old-fashioned three as Devion Brown comes in, gets a couple of baskets, and he's going to the free throw line.
What a great assist by Miles Jackson. That was a beautiful pass.
That was, from the standpoint of just a single play in this game, probably aesthetically the prettiest one of the game.
No doubt. Unbelievable pass off the dribble, one hand, and Little Brown gets the old-fashioned three-point play.
Kim Marie comes into the lineup for the second time here in the quarter. His first appearance, and he crosses the ball into the offensive court, and Collins gets caught behind the line on the pass out front by Jason Turner. I tell you, Bartlesville's come close about 4 times on that pass coming back across the line. They finally got called on. I'm not saying that they were supposed to otherwise, but they had come close before.
Right.
So
we got a 21-point lead.
Well, you asked for it, they gave it to you. Devian Gillespie over to Heskett. He's going to try a three. Got it in front of his man. Heskett's first points of the night. And the biggest lead at 24 with under 5 minutes to play.
Well, it makes sense when you have your 3 scorers who are bringing in 25 points a night in the game. You got Heskett, Thomas, and Jackson, and they've really played well all season. I'm happy for them. They've done a great job. Oh.
To the hoop went Jason Turner. He got double teamed. I thought the ball got sandwiched, and that was all. But the referee saw different, and that would be Gary Kilborn. So the free throw good by Turner, He's averaging 1 point a game, and now he has it. And now he's doubled it. 58-36, under 5 minutes to go. Panthers headed for their 13th win of the season and 14 starts. Miles Jackson trapped for a moment, shoots it left corner. Heskett again from 3. Can't get it in front of his bench. His last shot did go in. Trey Collins off the rebound into the forecourt. He's double teamed and trapped. Goes to the far side, intercepted. Thomas falls down. Devian Brown fell down after the interception, turned it back over. Turner brings it in the forecourt underneath. Here's Massey. Sends it back to Collins. 3-pointer, near side, off the wing, won't go. Rebound. Panthers. Thomas jumps it ahead, into the lane. Alley-oop pass, won't go for Miles Jackson. The thought was there from Devian Gillespie that he just didn't complete it.
He threw it too close to the basket.
Collins at the opposite end gets one inside the lane. And is the leading scorer with 14 points for Bartlesville as we dip under 3.5 minutes left. Miles Jackson, far corner. Makai Thomas's 3 is short on the far side of the rim. Collins with the rebound. Hustles it into the forecourt. Changes hands on the dribble, puts up a free throw line shooter. It's no good. Jackson with the rebound.
Panthers need to get a good shot this time. They've kind of been a little erratic.
Devian Gillespie to the line. Went to the hoop, missed the free throw. That's only the 3rd foul on Bartlesville. And the Bruins head coach Jake Christensen makes a entire unit change except for one. Gabe Wilson, 5'8" senior, in for the first time. Panthers all the way down the lane. A collision shot block will look like the body probably got Makai Thomas. Foul was against Titus Huck, his 3rd. So Makai's going to be at the line.
Got the first one. He's a pretty good free throw shooter, is What's he on the year for the free throw line, John?
Second one's up and in. Two and a half to go. The lead back up over 20 at 22, 60-38. To the hoop on a drive goes Hunter Holmes, and then back it comes. Far side, 3-pointer on the way, no good. Tipped away. And the ball goes out of bounds. Titus Huck last to touch it for Bartlesville. Next for Bartlesville, coming up is January 16th. And that will be at Stillwater. Deep from the corner, give it to him. Gabe Wilson.
It's a 3.
And the boys in the striped uniforms, the great cheers for Putnam City North, loving that. The pass back out front, McNeely back in for the winning moments to Heskett. TJ with it, in the lane, lay it up, give it to Miles Jackson. Great assist that time by TJ. And the lead, the biggest right now as it has been for the night, 65-38, and a steal, and Jackson to the hoop. Can't get it. Gabe Wilson got the rebound, shoves it off. Makai Thomas misses a left-handed layup. 3-point blank, chances wouldn't go. And Trey Collins into the forecourt. Double teamed in the far corner. And a timeout called by Bartlesville. One other game tonight involving District 3 teams. And I'm going to try to get you an update on that. That game is in Stillwater. And on the road is Broken Arrow. Well, the only score we had was 25-17 late in the second quarter. Maybe you can get an update.
I'm working at it.
Well, the Bartlesville girls, the Lady Bruins, they're going to be in that big tournament beginning Thursday and continuing through Saturday. Conoco Phillips Arvis Bank tournament. Be playing 3 games, but the next game for the boys is not until a week from tonight at Stillwater.
Who are you looking for?
Broken Arrow in Stillwater.
Okay.
So Putnam City North will take over the lead in District 3 by half a game over Jinx. Putnam City North 5-0, Jinx at 4-0, although they'll be playing later in the week. Those two teams matching up for the lead in District 3 on this court a week from tonight, and we'll be streaming it.
I can't get an update on Broken Arrow and Stillwater. Still 25-17.
Yeah, they never updated it. Right. All right, here we go. Deep reserves in off the bench for Bartlesville. College takes the inside pass. Far side up to Duncan. Duncan with a minute to go, back over to Collins. And the deep reserves trying to get something going late for Bartlesville. They're so deep, they're not on our roster. Here's a turnover. Quick pass down to Wilson. He sets up for a 3. Won't go. Rebounded, tipped up and in by McNeely. Off a rebound, he gets a tip. And it's 67-38. Going to be shy of 30, it looks like. And we're down to final half a minute in this one. Duncan tries a 3 in front of his bench. It spins out. McNeely gets the rebound. Lays it back over to Wilson, and they can walk it off now. 16 seconds to go. Gabe with it on the far side. Lobs it, have it knocked loose. Over it comes to Heskett. 4 seconds to go. Panthers say, we don't need to shoot. 67-38 the final. There's the buzzer. All right, Dick, your thoughts on the game. You knew what happened. Bartlesville hadn't played since December 19th. They were overmatched to begin. North has been playing excellent. They went on the road Saturday by 40, 68-28 at Muskogee, and they win here by 27 at home, 67-38. Your thoughts?
Hey, I just think that the Panthers are playing really good basketball. A lot of guys are playing. They're able to put a lot of pressure on. And I think that if they hold every team they play the rest of the year to 38 points, they're going to be in great shape. They're really, like I said, playing good basketball. I'm happy for them, happy for the school, the DJ Lemons. I mean, they're off to an unbelievable start. They have to be considered a strong, strong contender in Class 6A. I think that if you look at the 6A from top to bottom, you have to talk Owasso, Putnam City North, Southmore, Mustang. You have Jinx. Like you said, 1 week from tonight, it's going to be interesting with Jinx showing up here, John. I think it'll be an excellent, excellent opportunity for Putnam City North to take a strong hold of the district in both the boys and girls division. So, you know, very, very happy for them. I think they're playing excellent basketball. And tell you what, John, unrelated to the game, it's nice to see these kids in the coveralls out here helping clean up. You talk about classy. They don't make negative chants, and they are helping clean the stadium. They're helping put up chairs. I think they do a great job.
Putnam City North's coverall guys have really been good. As you know, we have some other shows that we do for the entire Putnam City District on 1340 The Game in Oklahoma City, and they've been guests on some of our shows. They're really classy kids. They're good. All right, here's a recap of the scoring. Bartlesville led by Trey Collins, 14. Hunter Holmes had 12. Dennis Duncan with 9. 2 points each from Jason Turner and Titus Huck. Over on the Putnam City North side, it was Miles Jackson who did not start tonight, and did not get in the game until late in the first quarter. He had a couple of threes in the second quarter. He ends up with 16 points, 11 points from Nate Marithi, and of those 11, 5 of them were in the opening minute of play with a slam dunk off an alley-oop from trying to remember from
Gillespie.
No, it was from Schultz.
Schultz,
Yeah,
yes, it was.
Schultz. That was the opening of the game. Anyway, Nate ends up with 11. Keaton Murray has 10. 7 points from T.J. McNeely. 5 from Makai Thomas. Also 5 from Malachi Schultz. 3 points from Devian Gillespie. Same thing for C.J. Heskett. Same thing for the 5'8 senior late in the game, Gabe Wilson. And Ty Brown's younger brother, Devian Brown, was in for a short period late in the third, early in the fourth. Got a couple of baskets of free throw. He ends up with 5. 67-38 is our final. We thank you for this first visit and remind you that coming up on the streaming schedule next week will be Jinx. 7 days after that, on the 20th, we Edmond Santa Fe. On January 30th, here on the Panthers home court, it'll be homecoming. Broken Arrow, that'll be a huge game. Muskogee Inn on February 3rd, Capitol Hill on February 13th. That completes district play, and our streaming schedule ends with the crosstown rivalry between Putnam City and Putnam City North. It'll be senior night for the Panthers, and that will be on February 20th. Final score, 67-38. Thanks for being a part of all of this, and we'll see you next week when Jinx comes to town for a battle for first place in District 3. For Dick Balancefin, I'm John Brooks. Good night, everybody.